let us begin. Uh, our beginning episode recap shots begin to jump across the screen, detailing the last time we saw our heroes. We see a scene of the party entering into the great monkey shrine of Ubtao, discovering within a complex maze pattern painted into the floor and a great altar at its center, watched over by a huge monkey statue. Follow the mazes, Iku repeats herself, reciting the doctrine of the dead god Ubtao. We see War and Asteria begin to walk the illustrated maze as the clear evidence of an explorer's body lays shattered before them upon the altar. One who perhaps did not walk the mazes and saw to an unfortunate end for doing so, as evidenced by the coins scattered around him, what he stole from the bowl atop the altar. We see Alexandria and Iku take a step back to observe, both asking each other their reason for their passiveness, neither able to give a definitive answer. We see Valfine poring through one of her books, trying to match up the maze with an illustration that she swore she saw once before within one of her many tomes. We get a shot of Asteria and War completing the maze and placing the stolen coins back into the offering bowl atop the altar, even going as far to put a few of their own coins in to boot. We then see that brief moment of divine magic surround them as they're both blessed with a holy boon for their actions. They feel lighter for some reason. We get a shot of Iku and Valoria confronting the statue of Dendar the Night Serpent out back behind the temple. Though through its recently crafted stone, we see those jungle vines pouring from its mouth, threatening ominously to swallow the temple before it. A bad omen. And then we see Asteria's holy magic burn away the vines, but like a serpent's tail, this omen probably will surely regrow. We get a shot of the next day as the party investigates a nearby camp, now ruined. Once it must have been filled with explorers and researchers alike, as interested in the temple to Ubtao as the party themselves were. We get that shot of Valfine approaching one of the quote-unquote survivors as it whips around, very, very much alive, to reveal itself as one of the walking dead. More of these corpses burst from under the debris and attack the party, even summoning forth an undead raptor, possibly one that had killed this party of explorers in days past. With the help of their new ally Brolin and his own raptor form, the party fought off this undead host to live another day. We cut to the last recap shot of our previous episode as the party makes their way down the Soshin Star River and pulls their canoe up to the abandoned shore of Camp Righteous. And we hear Iku recall the story behind the great statue ruined before them, the House of the Crocodile, it's called. For long ago, Crocodile had offered man passage across the river so that his reptilian brothers would not harm him, but man was tricked. For in return, Crocodile demanded that man take him across his world as well, protecting him as he did. And so man, deceived, swore that never again would his kind and Crocodile be friends. And that's where we pick up our story. We get our little title screen as the camera lowers down behind the party, facing this great statue of a man carrying a crocodile on his back and what's left of the ruined tents of Camp Righteous before them. We also come in on that incessant in the background, as you'll remember that there's an axe beak trapped in one of the intact animal pens. And I'll move us over to Camp Righteous.
Hold on a sec.
Everything good?
I was getting a little echo there.
Yeah, I'm hearing my voice through Kyle's speakers.
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
It's all good. So you'll want to turn up your music for this. I do have some nice ambience, so you might want to pop it up.
That was thing number 2. I wasn't hearing any.
Yep, it's a low ambience, so you might want to bring it up to about middle and you should be able to hear it.
Is the echo gone now?
The echo is gone. Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it
Yeah.
still. It's just my voice coming through speakers, but that's okay. Not a huge deal. I've dealt with it before. Okay. Everything good, Jacob?
Yep. I was just making sure that the music wasn't overpowering anything.
So the day is not over yet. You guys only moved 2 hexes on the map. You have 1 still left to you, and if you don't spend too much time in Camp Righteous, you could get that extra hex. But if you guys do spend a good amount of time exploring this place, I might take that hex away, depending on what you guys do, what you guys don't do. So yeah, you guys have made it to the shore. A few of you are getting out of the boat. You can see that some of the tents are still intact. There's, of course, that young starving Axebeak just, hey, there he went. The sound, he's just squawking and like pushing into the like ever so often, every once in a while into the fence, but unable to get out of there. The creature's too stupid. But yeah, most of what's here is in ruin. What would you guys like to do? I'll
Trying to figure out how that orc on the Axebeak isn't managing to get it out of there.
There's no orc on the Axebeak. Sorry about the illustration. That's the one they plugged in. There ain't no orc. But orcs have traditionally ridden on Axebeaks, as that illustration would suggest. Let me find branches, and there should be a handout that I gave you guys earlier. Yep. This is what the place kind of looks like. That's what that huge statue looks like. It's sitting on top of these huge escarpments. Huge crags. Not sure what to call those. But yeah, the camp is before you. You may do as you please.
So, this group are seriously litterers. Who leaves this many tents behind?
The dead.
Iku might laugh at that for sure. She would totally reply. She says, "Well, I imagine if they were leaving from in a hurry, they might have not had much of a choice. The undead are quite dangerous."
If they were in a hurry, we should probably stay grouped up.
Let us remember what side of the river we're on as well. The undead territories are not far from here.
Yes. Were we checking out the statue? Is that what was going on, or
I don't know.
anything
I don't know
else?
what you guys are doing.
We should probably check out the statue, glance at a couple of these tents, especially the big ones, because
Yeah.
they're big ones.
Yeah, up to you guys what you guys want to do, and in what order. We can do a role play initiative if you want, or if somebody has an idea quickly, then go for it.
I don't know. Pretty much walk up to the thing.
Going up to the statue.
Yeah.
All right, War is making his way to the statue. You see the stone steps in front are. Sorry, I moved your token
You're good.
for you.
I was in the middle of doing it too.
It's okay. Yeah, the stone steps seem to be in good condition. You look inside, you see cobwebs spanning the very front of this entrance. It looks as though it probably hasn't been entered for some time, and it's just darkness beyond as it goes deeper into the statue, into this entrance to whatever shrine or what it might be.
Is this fire actually still going?
That is a visual thing that's there. No, that fire is out, so don't worry about this. That's long
sure.
out. Yeah, this thing isn't even smoking anymore. So yeah, it's been too long.
Is there... I guess I glanced inside this tent on my way by.
Oh, you glance inside this tent?
The one I'm right in front of the door of.
Oh, the door of, yeah. I think it's a mess inside. Everything's kind of thrown over. There's very little here that is intact. A couple papers on the ground, a bed turned over. It isn't, for the most part, the tent itself is intact, but it looks like whoever was here went through and took everything they wanted to take and left, basically. You see like a few shirts kind of lying on the ground, a few pieces of parchment kind of ripped up on the floor. Did you want to investigate the tent itself? Just peeking inside, it's a mess.
I'll actually do a roll an investigation check while they're looking at the...
Okay, yeah,
statue.
cool. So you're doing that. Let's go over Brolin. What's Brolin doing?
Can I go check out the bird?
Yes, you can. You can head over to the bird. So I know what everyone's doing. Put yourself by the bird. That's always a good way to do this online. Just figure out what everyone wants to do. Valoria's with war?
Yes.
Cool. So everybody's got what they're doing, and then we'll go in the order of
Is that
everybody
bird
who's
that
selected.
big?
Ooh, he a big bird, yeah. He's large. He's large size. I would tokens can be a little deceiving. For the most part, no, not really. Like
That bird's the size
he
of
is
a
a
foot.
he is a large size, which he sits whatever that height is on the bad boy here. Let me see here. Haha, I have a thing for it. So where the ogre is, so that's a large creature in your medium range.
Oh, jeez.
He's big.
It's about the same size as like a horse. Think about it like that.
Yeah,
Bigger
same
than
size,
ostrich,
same size as a
closer
horse.
to a horse.
So, War, yeah, you see these steps seem to be well intact. The entire building kind of sitting before you is quite tall. I think Iku's with you as well. She would be interested in the, she's like, many guides have heard of this place, the House of the Crocodile. It is a very old place, old, ancient Chulton. I have never gotten to see it with my own eyes, though.
Shall we take a look inside?
Says, Iku shrugs. I don't see why not. There could be something within. Yeah, you want to step inside, you can, is War going up the steps?
Yeah, probably
I
step
pick up a
to
rock
like here.
and toss it to War as I cast light on it for him.
Alright, you catch it, War.
Okay.
If you want,
Yeah.
you catch it. Iku will head up the steps as well. Iku, so here's something interesting. Valoria, you can see pretty well inside of there. What better than you thought you could? Like you're just like, oh man, no, I can see pretty well in here. The light might just be really good. War, it's pitch black, like as far as you can tell. You just see webs, and it just goes deeper into darkness. Iku will say something, but yeah, because I think Iku will say something first. She'll say, it opens up into a ledge further in. I can't see past that. It's not a dead end. It looks like it's just a ledge.
Is there any way to do the light based on the rock that Asteria just gave me?
Oh, the light. You have a light on you. What's the range on that? I'm gonna change War's sight if he's holding it.
It should be 40. When you cast it, it should show 40 and then 20.
I'm gonna
as
actually
the fallout.
grab a rock because I'm just waiting for somebody to throw it. It's like, all right. let me grab a
Good call.
rock and-
Good call.
Let me grab the rock. I'm just gonna put it on top of you.
Everybody get a bunch of rocks. I see a bunch of tiles we have to hit with this.
Oh my god. All right, let me get this to the right. Okay, so that's on a token layer. I'm just gonna give this big old rock, just so I
This
can see
big
it.
old club.
It's 40 and 20.
Yeah, it should be 40. So, yeah, if you fill out the light, 40 and then 20.
So all players see light. You guys see this?
Yep.
Cool. It's on you. If you
Cool.
can move, I'll move it with you, if need be. But I'm actually, no, I'm not. I'm not giving it to you to move. It's my rock. All right, so you have the rock, and you can see inside that it seems to end in a tiled wall. And there's just more cobwebs just filling the hall, but you can see it end in a tiled wall.
Can we burn away the
That'd be
cobwebs?
useful right now. A rogue.
What were you saying more?
Could we burn away these cobwebs?
You totally could. With what?
I could probably do a torch, but I'd probably just lift an eyebrow at Valoria.
Or Alexandria?
Or yeah, sorry.
An eyebrows lifted in your direction, Alexandria.
Wait, why are you? I'm gonna look. Why?
Can you
Why are
burn
you
these?
eyebrowing me? Do I know what?
Can you burn these?
Can I burn what? This torch?
These cobwebs.
Why would I burn the cobwebs?
To get them out of the way.
Can we not just? And I'm gonna reach out and just paw the cobwebs to make them
You
fall.
paw them and they fall. Yeah, they fall. They fall. You split the cobwebs. You probably get maybe a few spiders on your hand that you kind of just toss to the side. I don't know if Valoria's squeamish or not, but they're small. You can just cut it and just kind of toss the spiders to the side. You might be a little grossed out, or you might be trying to show off. It's up to you.
It would. She actually. I wouldn't say she has an affinity for creatures like that, but she wouldn't be intimidated by them. So, if anything, she would see them crawling on her hand, and she would just move it to the wall so they could get off.
Okay.
However, cobwebs aside, I'm not entirely comfortable with walking into this temple. Perhaps what we could do is we could take one of our hardier members, one that has multiple health bars even, and have them run the length of the hallway, taking all of the trap damage. And then, if there are no traps, great. But if there are, they will still be fine. Me, on the other hand...
about this dinosaur-y member of our party, possibly?
Yes, I believe I've heard somewhere in some tome that whatever damage they suffer while in their bestial form is not reflected upon their actual person. That is such a useful talent.
So perhaps then I think that's a good scene change. We're over to Asteria. Asteria, you're checking out this tent. You're investigating. You're physically looking around.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and put yourself like in the tent somewhere. Token inside. It's cool. So yeah, you're starting to go through the tent and like move a few things around. There's a lot of clothes on the ground, and under the clothes there's pieces of paper. And I think like you maybe pick up a few to be like, are any of these important? Like nothing's written on a lot of them. What is written is smudged by, you imagine, like the water that's poured into this tent from the rain. The many rains that have come past. Most of it's illegible. And as you go to lift another, there's like a pair of trousers that are ripped on the ground. You just go to pick it up brazenly, and as you do, you feel a sting, and it's like the side of your neck just like got like something attacked you. One sec. I have to make a roll here.
Alright.
Following
off Asteria.
Following your new rules, Ed, I want to use my passive perception, and I will not contest.
For what?
Just if I'm detecting if I hear anything suspicious, or if I hear.
Yeah, this would be passive if you heard something suspicious, but it matters on how this goes right now. I'm going to make this a public roll because it's going to be apparent after if it happens.
Oh no.
Oh, it doesn't. All right. So, you feel it lunge at you, and you feel sort of the wind change in the moment, and you quickly like move out of the way as it's. You see a fucking cobra, like a big ass cobra, not huge, not like massive, but like one as long as that's probably as thick as your arm. And it's coiled up in the pants, and it's right there. Your token's on top of them. I'm gonna bring you to the bottom. It's right next to you, and it is just hissing at you. And it looks fucking pissed. What do you do?
I guess I will react in the traditional warlock fashion.
Okay. Yeah, we might not have to roll initiative for this. What do you want to do? What's the traditional warlock fashion? You don't have to roll because it's 2 dice. He has 2 hit points. If you rolled a 1 and a 1, he dies. So how does he get blown away?
Out the back of the tent.
So yeah, we probably, like, I imagine it might be too loud for you guys to even hear the hissing, but you hear just the spell, and Valfine, I think you see a coiled, like, burned snake, like, just sort of fly back. And it's not burned, it's force damage, so I think it's like just this, into pieces. It gets flown out of the back of this this tent in like a snake-shaped hole, and it just coils onto the ground, dead. And there is a dead cobra on the ground. Valfine. Josh, are you with us yet, or no? He's muted. Go ahead and say something if you're here. But it's, I know you are. I think he might have walked away for a moment. That's fine. I'll illustrate that for him later. So that gets blasted out the back. And let's move on to... Oh, you're here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. So did you hear what I said?
Yeah, bits of snake.
Yeah, bits of snake just shoot out, and you see a good shaped hole, and you see Asteria on the other side. Asteria, do you say? Do you say anything, Asteria? Looking at you see Valfine. Like there's that moment where you guys can see each other through the hole.
Watch out, there's some snakes around. Search the tent.
Oh
my god.
Yeah. Oof. Alright, so I think we move over quickly to Brolin. Asteria, as far as your investigation, you're not finding anything of note in here. A lot of it's all just sort of ruined, left behind pieces. You could get, if you wanted to collect something, I could say you could probably get like what you could roll 1d4 sheets of parchment, and you could probably come up with a pair of traveler's clothes, but they'd be a little ruined in here.
I don't really need any of that. I got a ton of parchment already.
Okay, cool. Brolin, so you're over by this this axe beak. It just sort of looks at you as you approach, and its eyes blink, beep beep, as it has to like look at you from the side, and it's just kind of like as it sees you. What would you like to do?
Does it look like it's frightened?
Are you approaching in a frightening manner?
No, I'm peacefully approaching it.
I don't think so. Then I don't think this creature is too super scared of you in the moment. Well, let me roll real quick.
Aggression charge.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like looking at you, just kind of like curious.
All right, there, little fella. You're a big boy. I'm gonna roll animal handling, if that's okay. Can I roll animal handling?
You can. It begins to chop its head into like another part of a post. It's a little. This one's young. It's a little too small to be able to actually chop at this wood. An 11 to your animal handling check. Yeah. You can. Well, what's your goal here with this roll?
I'm just trying to like, hey, buddy. I pat him on the beak. What are you doing out here by yourself?
Yeah, it just kind of like turns. It lets you pat on its beak, and I think it like closes its eyes a little bit, like it hasn't felt a touch of anything. And then like you can hear through these two holes in its beak, just this air gets sucked in twice, and then it like starts to get close to you and like go for your pack.
Oh, calm down there.
And this thing's, you can see it's starved.
I give it some good berries, some leftover good berries.
like points straight up as it just chews them. And, like you can see it just like down its throat.
Poor little guy. Why you all by yourself? What are you doing out here? I opened the gate. I let it out.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no. Dex.
What have you done, Brolin? What have you done?
Ooh, good dex save. You dive out of the way and are not knocked prone as it just it just makes its way past you, gets out over here, and I think this is probably loud enough to where the anybody in the camp can hear as Brolin's kind of knocked to the side over by the gate, and it stops as it runs all the way up here and looks around. And it just bounces its way into the jungle.
There's a part of me that wants a T-Rex to come shooting by.
Just with feathers in its mouth.
It's starting to run its way to the jungle unless you want to do something to stop it.
I go, hey, come back here.
Oh, you try to stop it?
Yeah, I'll try to do it. Can I roll an animal handling? Or?
No, you already had it. It'll stop. Turn around and look in your general direction.
Come back over here. What are you doing?
and then it starts making its way over to you, and immediately like looks you over and starts sniffing for more food. Valoria and War, what are you guys doing? You could see this scene happening. You saw Asteria. Oh, there's Josh! Hell yeah! Josh is here!
Hey!
Oh, we see him.
What's up, guys?
Very, very nice. All right, so don't see Kyle. I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah, same.
Well, again, I still
yeah.
haven't fixed the sound thing. So.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Cool. Let me see. I like seeing Josh. That's good. So yeah, it's right next to you, Berlin. But what Warren, Valoria, what are you guys doing? Actually, I might go down to Valfine. Valfine hasn't gotten to, because we've gone through everybody. Valfine, what are you doing? Are you with any of these groups? We have one group that's checking out the entrance to the House of the Crocodile. We've got Brolin over with the axe beak, and we've got Asteria looking at tents. Where did you want to be during this?
I'd probably be following behind Asteria. I'm
Okay,
assuming we're on a book hunt right now.
Yeah, you guys are hunting around. Cool, then that makes sense. I'll come back to you when I come to Asteria. Valoria and War. Or Alexandria and War, I mean.
Are we waiting for Brolin? Or are we...
He's right over
going
there.
in?
He's messing with that axe beak. He's like petting it. It's like trying to get food from him.
Brolin.
Oh, why you can't leave him out here? He's a baby.
One could argue he was safer in the pen,
No, he was starving is what he was doing.
and you had to let him out to feed him.
Well, I can't just let him, just when we go, I can't just let him stay here. Poor little guy.
You know, I actually think I saw an axe beak in this temple. Perhaps there are two of them. We better go save it before anything happens. This one is clearly safe. We need to make sure the other one is well, too. She is not being coy about this. She's very obviously making this up, and she wants him to know that.
This is a 5-foot dais, by the way. This setup, so he can. I mean, like you're kind of like literally talking down to him. Excellent. So Valoria says that word. Do you do anything? Or are you just standing behind Valoria, waiting for Brolin?
He's kind of gonna sigh a little bit and just take one more step in.
All right, yeah, I'll bring that rock with you. You see that there is definitely at the very back there is a ledge that opens up into. I mean, it goes up further, but it's pretty dark. Like you can it's lighting the ceiling above you, but you can't get any details past this ledge. The ledge in front of you can see is about probably 10, maybe 10 feet tall from here. It looks like. Cool. So yeah, you take one step in and get a better look. There are more cobwebs for sure. Yeah. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just generally just like looking inside?
Just generally looking, trying to see if there are traps for Brolin to come look at.
Did you want to investigate for traps? Or...
Sure.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Make an investigation check.
We lose Dustin?
He'll be in and out. He's got internet problems.
Gotcha.
Be sure to check for invisible traps, Pookie.
That should have actually been rolled to me. I forgot.
Oh shit.
Well, you better re-roll it to him, just for posterity.
I see all 0 traps.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I feel like I could be creative on a natural one. There's so many traps. This whole thing is this whole building.
Every spider web.
Every spider web is evil. No, I think
the statue is actually a giant.
With a natural one, you've critically failed your investigation, but a critical fail doesn't work for skills. But it's the worst you can possibly do. I think what happened is you got close to like look around and things, and there's just spiders everywhere.
Yeah,
there's just these little spiders. You're just like, oh, God. like even if you're okay with spiders, they're just like They're just like moving over the
Like
walls.
the whole wall is moving.
It's one of those situations when because you're looking closer, you see more and more and more, one after another after another.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh god, one there, oh no, and that's just like distracts from your task.
Okay.
Excellent. So Asteria and Valfine in the tents. You guys have kind of gone through these tents. I think we'll retcon say Valfine was kind of going through these as well. I think she probably popped in at least after the poisonous snake. These things have been totally ransacked. At least this tent has for sure. What would you guys like to do?
Well, the tents are less interesting and full of poisonous snakes, so...
You think Asteria will walk out? Or what will Asteria do?
Interesting than the tents now.
Okay, you want to go? You want to have Asteria go to the statue? You can put yourself there. Valfine, what would you like to do?
Have we checked all the tents?
No, just this one.
I'm gonna go to the other tent across from the campfire there.
Okay, yeah, you look inside and you see what looks to be what was probably like there's like a round table in the center of the room that's still upright, and there are like this room is fairly empty, other than what looks to be a few pieces of paper on the ground. There's like a shelf rack in the corner that might have been where like weapons were held, but there aren't any anymore. There's like a lot of leftover racks of things that were probably at one point held armor, weapons. You do see what looks to be a few books stacked in a small shelf in the corner that is intact, it would seem. Actually, I think, I think it's standing up straight. I think it is. It's got like 2 or 3 on the shelf. It's definitely been ransacked.
Obviously, I'm going to go through those books.
All right, you want to make an investigation check in here, or you
you want it private to you or public?
Private to me is fine. I would appreciate that. Cool. You are checking out those books. Very cool. One moment.
I am leading the bird, by the way, near the temple, by the way.
Okay, cool. So Valfine, you're going through those books, and it looks to be a couple of religious tomes, all focused on a single god, Tyr, god of justice, the blind one. And it seems to be that they're mostly intact, but they are books of, and they have a gauntlet imprinted on the front of them. Each of them does, and they seem to be a triple volume of Tyr, and it seems to be three intact books, a couple that just aren't at all, but these 3 books seem to be just about Tyr, the god of justice. And I might be able to detail more of that for you in a second as you're I think it's just I think you like you'd have to spend some time to get detail out of these books like you would with anything, but it's just briefly looking, you're like, oh, it's a religious tome. Brolin, you're carrying this, you're leading the Axebeak over?
Good boy, here, look, guys, look over here.
Yeah, food. He just follows you. Food. He follows the food.
I have to say, those noises are on point.
Like,
That was like the first thing I heard when I joined Roll20.
Echo, can I keep him?
She look and she's like, it's a wild animal, Brolin. And
It's not wild.
Says, it probably has a family. Those creatures are hostile. And I don't want to be around when its parents come looking for it.
Yeah.
Well, it did look to be abandoned in one way or another.
Yeah. And he was.
What'd you say? Go ahead and repeat yourself.
I say, Brolin, he gently pats the beast as he gives him maybe the last of his the good berries.
Yeah, you give him 4. He gets that last one. He's been like going for. He's like, he knows you have one more.
And he'll look at him a little sad, and he's like, I know, but don't want him to run out here and die.
She's like, you have to let the jungle run its course. Unfortunately, this creature was born on this side of the river. I don't know what its fate is or that of its parents. I can't imagine that the gauntlet would have been domesticating the creature. I don't know how it got in that pen.
It's
Maybe
not
just,
really going to fit on the boat.
That is another thing. This thing cannot come with us.
Being sentimental, that's all.
This is... Brolin, you were always one for the wilds. And the creatures within.
I go.
See-
So this tomb, this temple, that lizard.
Yes, it's quite interesting. It goes deep within, but Valoria and War are assuredly and probably correctly worried about what might lie within. We need someone a little bit better with traps. Valfine,
Yes.
so call for you. I think we need your assistance.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there.
Okay, yeah, you can move your token over. She says, War is having trouble with. War, did you kind of hide that you're afraid of the spiders, or was there like an obvious moment of that was hard?
No,
to
he's definitely shying away from them.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys see Valfine approach Valoria. Would you have anything to say here? To ask of Valfine?
Are you familiar with traps in places like this?
Well, I spotted a red wizard in a tropical storm from 100 feet away before he got the drop on us.
That's true. Your elvish eyes are ones of future legend. But
Am I able to see anything passively at 16?
So just from like looking inside of here, passively at 16. So this is that situation of, I would say just a passive look. No, you don't. I think for a passive look, I'll give you. You can. Passive of 16. And where are you standing? Right where you are right now?
I'm gonna come up behind War so I can kind of look
Behind
down.
War and look in. Okay, just a passive look around without making an active check. This is like your first instinct of like looking around. You can tell that the passageway goes even further back to a second ledge. It's like climbing like a set of stairs deeper into the statue, but big 7-foot tall stairs. That's what I can give you with your passive, I think.
Okay. I'll check for traps then.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a check with your Thieves' Tools. So you'll click on your actual Thieves' Tools, I believe, and that'll have a nice big old bonus for you. It's in your Tools section. You are entering the temple and checking traps?
Yes. And you want this public?
Yeah, your tools are right under your stats. They're on the most left point of your sheet. They should be Thieves' Tools right under your passive perception. So you'll just click
or
the
public,
button.
yeah.
To me.
Okay.
To me. Okay. So yeah, you immediately take out your tools. You start probing the area, and I think that this is an impressive moment for Valfine, for the rest of you. You would be impressed as the minute she brings out these tools. I think she taps on the floor in front of her, and it ups and falls down into darkness, a pit. And all this refuse, all these vines that kind of have poured in from the storms, all the refuse like in the entrance just kind of was covering it up. It all just went down with it into darkness. Valfine at the edge, you can see it goes 20 feet down. What's up?
Yeah, guys, I think you should watch your step.
Let me get this
is
to the back.
exactly why we had you go first.
It just goes down. With your Thieves' Tools check as well, you see that there is an edge to the pit that can be traversed, though you imagine it would take some doing. In game sense, it would involve a check. to get to scuffle around the pit. But it looks as though you could.
Can I see across?
You can see
I have dark
across.
vision.
Yep, you can see across. You can see all the way to that wall. That wall doesn't allow you to see any further. It's almost 10 feet high.
Is there anything like an anchor point on the other side of the pit?
An anchor point, like what?
Like a post or maybe a
No.
statue.
It's flat stone hallway. And there's refuse. There's more refuse, like vines and stuff. You imagine that if one were to fall into this pit, the vines that have kind of like torn their way down some of them might be able, you'd be able to climb back out. So this is a situation where you could climb down the pit, climb back up too, if you wanted. But it's whether or not you trust vines.
Probably not in this case. Can I kind of sidle along the side wall? Is there enough room for my feet?
Yes. Yep. And it would, you imagine anybody, there'd be enough room for anyone's feet.
Okay.
It would take some
Delphine,
doing, though.
I'm gonna take out a torch and I'm gonna light it.
Oh, okay. You can do that for sure. So here's another thing that you might not know. War is holding a stone given to him by Asteria that is light right now. So this stone is emanating light.
Well, I'm going to throw this. I don't think we want to throw the stone.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're lighting a
Make
torch.
another one.
So what do you plan to do with the torch before you do it?
Just to make sure that the other side is lit for everyone. I want to toss it across the pit.
Okay, yeah, you can toss a torch across the pit. You motherfuckers keep making no tokens. Torch. T-O, torch. How do you spell torch? T-O-R?
C-H. Yes.
C-H? I gotta put a flipping torch.
C-H-Q-E.
I got it. Just
Oh, and
torch.
before he throws it, I double the brightness of the torch because why not?
Okay, so 80, 40.
Wait, I want a shiny rock.
No, this is a shiny rock. This is a legit torch. It just got extra bright. That doesn't require concentration, does it?
Yeah,
Asteria?
it's my control flame cantrip.
So now this thing is fucking lit.
An hour long.
An hour long.
As long
And
as the
you
torch
want
lasts that
to
long.
toss it over. There's no. You don't need to make a check. You can make it over. You just want to like throw it as far as you can.
Yeah, just make it to the other side so we can kind of light up whatever the rest of the chamber is.
Hits the wall, rolls on the ground. Let's see if it extinguishes. I say no because it's got a spell to it right now. It doesn't even have a chance to extinguish. It's too bright. So it rolls, and you probably see it catch a few of the webs on fire, and they just kind of burn away, and you see some spiders move. But yeah, the other side is well lit. What would anyone else like to do? Valfine's been moved. Is everyone just sort of standing behind Valfine as like you figure out what's in front of us? Is that the situation?
Yep.
All right, Valfine. Then I'm gonna have it ask for a check from you. If anybody wants to move up or like get closer, they totally can.
A check? What kind of check?
Do you want to get to the other side?
With my perception check, do I see anything across the way that looks trapped?
Did you want to make a perception check? Because actually
Should I make
checking for
another one?
traps, actually checking for traps versus the detecting, because you were just detecting traps with your thesis.
Okay.
It's a completely different role. So this would just be a perception check.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah. Okay. So as that light lands on the other side of the of this pit, you see with your keen elf eyes divots in the walls on either side of the hallway. They are long and cylindrical, and they see that there are like breaks in the wall about this thick, and they go from ceiling to floor.
Can I see any pressure plates?
I would say from here you can't. The floor is covered in. The unfortunate thing of this place is the floor is covered in debris. So
Flammable debris.
ooh, it might be. Let's see if it is.
Whoosh.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll
Because
a.
the torch is over there, so hopefully.
Okay. I would say it's probably only about a 20% chance that it would well, it's lit really high. I'd say it's a 50-50 flip if
no.
it
I
lights
didn't
on fire.
need to know if it's flammable. I can make it burn.
It's jungle foliage. Would you like to make it burn?
But we have plenty of flame wielders here, so.
Would you like to make it burn, Asteria?
I could just spread the flare from the torch around that whole area and put it out, except for the torch.
Yeah, you burn away. So, you were checking for any kind of traps on the other side. I gave you that there are. You're not sure so much if it's a trap, but it's kind of giving you an inkling of that with those sort of cuts in the wall. This is a separate check. You are looking for pressure plates. So go ahead and make another roll for me. Yep. This is a different focus for the moment. You're looking for something different.
So guys,
So you're looking for something specifically too.
there are divots in the wall. We might want to be careful if we decide to cross.
You can see as the foliage burns away from Asteria's spell, every tile on the floor on the other side is lifted slightly higher than the floor where you're at right now. They are pressurized.
Okay. So what should we do?
What should you do?
Give
I
me
will
15 minutes.
Ooh, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to summon a Tensor's floating disc, and you are going to push me over.
Why do you need
Sure you
15?
wanna-
Why do you need 15 minutes?
Because
Well-
he doesn't want to spend a spell slot.
It's a ritual. It's
I
not
can-
prepared. I have to.
well, I can attempt to use Mage Hand to trigger the plate without actually putting anyone in danger.
Oh.
You can
That
try.
sounds like a very nice time saver.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Can you post your mage hand spell for me?
Yeah, 1 second, I'll find it.
Valoria kind of backs up a little bit.
All right. Yeah, post that spell for me.
Velthane's not afraid at this point. She can see everything in the room, so.
Yeah, Valfing's got the eyes.
Also, the fire that's burning over there is in the shape of little people that are just running around, touching things to try and burn.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, not that. I need the actual mage hand spell. Go ahead and click on it.
Oh, the actual one?
Yeah. Click on it in your
Oh,
spell list.
inside of the spells list, sorry.
Yep, inside the spell list, and that should give me a spell card. That's what I would like to see, because that's important.
5
Here.
pounds of pressure, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, you go to use your mage hand, and you're just trying to push down on the floor. Any part of it? All right.
Just to see if it triggers anything.
Yeah, you imagine it would take more pressure. It's not enough. You can't get it to go down.
Okay.
I could
Those
also
are a little heavier than I expected, guys, so maybe we do need 15 minutes.
I could try to throw something over there.
What are you thinking about? Well, are you carrying that shield from before?
Not any extra ones.
Sure, we can find something big and heavy outside.
We could.
Yeah, you could look for something if you want
Or,
I
Just
almost
random
imagine
debris.
Asteria was eyeing the giant bird.
oh no!
Oh my god.
Here you go, little buddy. Toss a piece of meat over there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Or I can attempt to disarm them. I've been rolling pretty well so far.
Yes, you could. If you were over on that other side, you could attempt to disarm them. Your pack comes with things that can disarm traps. You would have to be able to dictate what type of trap it is. That's another roll. There's a lot of rolls involved in you in dealing with traps.
So
if this is one,
He
well,
can-
you're pretty sure.
He can mage hand disarm traps too with the ledger main thing.
You can mage hand disarm traps.
And it's a cantrip, so it's not using up a spell slot, right?
Excellent. The only thing that is left is identifying how the trap works. You guys might be on the right track trying to get it to activate.
How much closer do I need to be to
Or
determine
ghost
what
foraging.
type it is?
You need to see the trap work. I think for you to be able to decide, because how about Here's the thing. I would like, with what information you have, for Valfine to make a history check for you, because I think this is an intelligence-based roll that will decide whether or not you think you know what kind of trap this is, and this would be history of like traps.
It's a good thing I'm proficient in history, guys.
Yeah. I want to see if you can determine, because you've poked out a few things here, for sure. So this one has you baffled for sure. You're not sure how it works or what's going to happen. I don't think you can come to any conclusions unless Josh can come to a conclusion.
It was a natural one.
You're not supposed to tell people.
We're heading over to this general direction.
Okay, well, we're heading over there. Are you investigating more to find something to like throw over the other side?
There looks like rocks on the ground. So
Okay,
trying to take some kind of foundation.
It is. I'll need an investigation check. You can do it in the open.
Okay.
Put yourself over there if you want.
Right.
Thank you, War.
Yeah, you're not sure at all how that works. What is Brolin doing?
Brolin is, well, first off, he's telling you, you stay here. I don't want you coming over here and getting hurt in this secret ancient ruin.
He
Totally secret ancient ruin.
he kind of gets close up to the dais and like pushes into it, like he was with the fence. He's just sitting there. He's kind of stuck.
There you go. You go do that. All
And
right.
and where's Brolin going? He's just stepping forward.
He looks forward. He's like, it's possible to cross it. You know, you got your fancy disc you can summon.
Yeah, is that what Valoria's doing? She's readying that spell?
Well, now that she's seen the change in the situation, well, we know. No, she's gonna keep it up. We're gonna do the disc.
Okay, you're focusing on the disc. I
Yeah.
think by the time War finds a rock, you can summon the disc, but War's investigation check probably
It's
wasn't the
gonna
best, so
take
it
a
probably
while,
took him 15 minutes to find a big enough thing to throw over.
Was it the snake?
No.
Well, how big are you going for? Are you going for big?
Like heavy enough. So like
Heavy enough.
50,
What is heavy
60,
enough?
70 pound rock.
70-pound rock. Okay.
Can I
Yeah,
throw a
you're
70
just
foot
like-
rock 15 feet.
He wants to pick up a...
I can try.
nothing over here. Your journey takes you over here, War, towards what looks to be a burned out, destroyed temple that looks as though it was probably constructed quite quickly and is the only actual building that seems as though the gauntlet was able to successfully construct. As you step inside, you see what looks to have been a shrine of sorts. Make a religion check.
If I'm heading over that way too, I would notify everybody like, hey, I'm heading over this way, just to let
Okay,
everybody
yeah,
know, and then do that. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, you're heading over there. And your investigation
You
check
said
resulted.
a religion check was
Yeah, make a religion check.
to you. I guess.
No, in the open.
Okay.
Okay, cool. You do recognize that it is a what's that god's name again that they worship? Oh, Tyr, god of justice. You've heard of this one before. Popular in Baldur's Gate, and a few other places.
If I'm around there, it'd be like here-ish or something.
Yeah,
Is that
around there.
I don't know.
So yeah, you find there are some big pieces of rubble and debris that were once a part of the stonework of this wall. I think you pick up a piece of a wall. As you do, you look down and you see kind of in the where it was left, there seems to be like the shattered part of the shrine, and there is a like a holy symbol that's kind of sitting on the ground in front of you, made of what looks to be silver. And it's a gauntlet, a silver gauntlet. It's just sort of laying on the ground, like it's intact. It's mostly intact. It's a little scuffed, and it's sort of like decorated shrine is just smashed down from under this wall. So you have a heavy piece of like 70-pound wall, and there is this gauntlet. Did you want to grab that? Come back for it? What would you have to do?
I'll pick it up.
Sweet. You have a holy symbol of Tyr. Go ahead and write down that you have that, and put in gold ? Ask Ed later. And note that you got it from here if you can. Help me help you.
Tyr from what is this? The crocodile statue?
This is Camp Righteous.
Camp.
Yep. Righteous. That way you'll know what it is. But it's silver, so it's got to be worth something. On your way back, after you pocket the gauntlet in your hand, or in your pack or in your shell, you see that over here there are 2 intact latrines that look as though they're undamaged. They're doing well. But yeah, just something to note that you see, just as far as like buildings around you. These tents are over here as well. You head back to your friends.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and you can move yourself. And you guys see heaving up this wall. You see this big piece of huge piece of masonry being carried with war. And he just kind of heaves it up. It's big. It's heavy. Valoria, you have your disc summoned. It's ready. What does that look like?
It looks like a piece of hardened shadow that leaks a gentle black mist whenever it moves.
Are you a little... So this is another thing. Your spells keep coming out this way. Are you is it kind of a situation of, I guess this is what my spell casting looks like? Or is Valoria a little confused?
Well, Valoria hasn't really had the chance to study around other wizards, so she's kind of just assuming this is
it.
This is normal.
This is her spellcasting. Excellent. So Valfine, you might want to step out of the way. Unless War, you want to throw it from here over Valfine's head.
No.
I will move first. I'm moving first.
War, you can put yourself up there, and this is a feat of strength. I think it would take a check. Go ahead. And make a roll.
Can I burn a rage on this?
Time to do that.
Do you want to spend a rage?
Yes.
Okay, you spend one.
Because I think
rage.
it gives you advantage on strength checks.
It does. It would. So you would have advantage.
Alright.
Can I make the boulder +1?
Alright, I have burnt my rage. And so a strength check, or not a saving throw, right?
It's just a strength check.
Great.
You could use your athletics if you want.
Okay. It's not going to change anything. Public roll. And
Alright,
I have advantage, right?
You do.
From the
Go ahead and
rage.
go and roll.
Good thing I rolled advantage.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you heave this piece of wall over. You all see it strike the stone. Dust pours up, and as it pours up, the masonry shatters, and you see, with that heft, how big this thing is that War heaved over to the other side, a plate sinks down. In fact, the first 2 sink down as the masonry cracks, and you see a wall of steel appear before you like that. It just and then you hear click, and it's just 2 walls of steel. Well, not 2. You see 1 sheen in front of you, but I think for a moment you probably caught. At War, make a perception check, being the closest. Valfine, I'll give it to you as well, since you've been having your eye on this.
Can I give it advantage?
Yeah, give him advantage. War, make it with perception check. How many blades you saw, like literally walls of steel fly by. Okay. More than 3.
Good lord.
Oh wait, is that a 13?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
4. 4. You count 4 walls of steel.
Whew. There's at
This is
least
fine.
4.
At least it was the rock and not us.
Yeah, the masonry is just obliterated. Like smoke kind of pours in and falls into this pit. And Iku kind of is taken aback, and they just go, "Oh, Chultans never did like people going into their shrines."
Then what's the point of the shrine?
Why make a shrine?
She says, interesting thing, there's always a way in. But only they know the secret.
So you're saying there's a back door?
Could be.
All right.
There's
I'm
literally
walking
just a
around the
side door.
statue, right?
You-
It says back door. It's between his legs at the rear part of the statue. God only knows why it's there.
Did one of you want to go looking around the statue? The escarpments around it, like it's built into this like mini, like this huge, like these two huge ledges, like at least like 25 feet each, like for a total of 50 feet up. Like you'll be climbing some, it's not sheer cliff or anything, but it'll take some effort to get up and around this thing. Did you all want to do that?
But yeah, I would do it.
Well, unless somebody wants to jump over there, perhaps it would be the best option.
Is the steel like wall thing still staying there?
So what happened is it just went all the way past.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Clicked.
I see.
Are the plates back up?
Yeah, so reset.
They are as all that masonry is pushed off the plates, and that's the click that you heard was the plate going back into place.
So the traps have reset.
Yes.
Now that I've seen them work, can I disarm them from a range?
Yeah, you totally can try that.
I'm gonna attempt mage hand disarm from here, just so we can investigate.
So here's the thing with this trap. If you want to move to do that, so are you doing that while other people are searching around for another entrance?
Yeah, I'd like to attempt if we can get in there faster for the front.
No need to move tokens around the circumference of the area. Who's going to search all the way around the tomb or the ruin?
I think I'll stay. I think Brolin will watch what Valfine does.
Okay, War,
Okay.
let's go get this figured out.
All right, War and Asteria. All right, no need to move your tokens, but I do want you guys to have an investigation check. I'll move your tokens if you find something. Okay.
Okay.
So you can make one with advantage if one of you would like to roll it. Valoria or Valfine is going to attempt to disarm this trap from afar. Valoria, what are you doing? Brolin's watching. Valfine.
How deep is this pit again?
20 feet. You can see the bottom.
Well, after realizing that, the disc is just going to poof, and I'm going to sadly walk out of the room. I'm going with the search party. I forgot that my disc can't cross more than 10 feet worth of ditch. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's 20 feet across.
No, like down.
Oh, down. It would just sink. Oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, you back away for a moment with your disc. It would at least allow you to safely descend. It could do that if you wanted to go down the pit. Who knows what's down there? Woo!
I re-brighten the torch before I leave.
Yeah, you re-brighten the torch. Keep it light as you and War go around the edge. Did you guys make that investigation check together?
I didn't make anything.
Probably have to hire one, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Unless Alexandria has a really high investigation.
Would Alexandria be going with them?
Yeah, she's going to go with them.
Okay, to try to find another way. Cool.
Or
Then
leave
one
the
of you
rock
make
there.
one. He'll leave the rock.
Yeah.
Oh, his light rock? Yeah,
Yeah.
the light rock will stay. Plenty of light over here.
To my perspective, all War's symbol is essentially a rock, or it was before he moved.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's just that's for me to know where the rock is. Okay, very good. So I will come to you guys in a moment because as you guys make your way around, it takes some time. You're climbing these ledges. Valfine, you will have some time. This is a complex trap. Now you have a really cool feature that allows you to disarm traps with your mage hand. Your mage hand only allows a certain amount of pressure, and what you need to do to disarm this trap, you have the utilities to do so. You need hammers and you need pitons. From what you can understand of the way this trap works, you need to be able to basically block these passages to effectively stop the trap. But you need to hammer in each of those. And if you're going to do it from a distance with your mage hand, I would normally, if you didn't have this ability, possibly incur a problem, because like a mage hand might be able to do this on its own without your ability, but you have this ability. So I think you can just roll your strength. And there are 4 of them. You need to roll 4 checks. So you could just roll 4d20 to me if you wanted, or you can. Well, no, it'd be easier for you just to click and roll 4 times. 4 checks to me in secret to hammer in these nails and block the blades.
I got a -1 to strength, guys.
I know. I know. So do you want to attempt it?
Yeah, I'd like to attempt it at least now.
You have enough in your thieves' tools.
I'm from a distance, so it shouldn't be.
Yep. You have the hammer and the pittance for your thieves' tools. So go ahead and give me 4 of them. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Thank you. And one more. Okay. Very cool. Thank you. So you guys leave to the sound of hearing a ting, 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 ting. Yeah, with the investigation roll that you guys made, you guys have circumferenced the entire temple and are able to make all the way back Valfine with spare time. You couldn't. It's a solid structure the whole way around. It is just stone. The statue itself didn't have any secret details or anything extra from what you could see. You circled it the whole way around adjacent to the thing and couldn't find any openings, anything. It is a solid object. It would seem its only opening is the one that you found that is right in front. But yeah, you return and Valfine's probably sweeping her hands, maybe like the mage hands involved in the dusting of hands.
That was pretty impressive there, Bookworm.
Well, while we were searching, one of the things I was interested in seeing was if perhaps the mouth had an entrance in it.
Oh, did you want to try to get up there?
You said we were climbing up and around, so I thought maybe we were climbing up that high, but that is...
see the image. Let me relook at the image and see if that looks possible. It probably is. Because this is one inclusive roll. I just want to see if you could have gotten in the mouth, because I didn't think of that. It would still take some climbing. The head is probably about 30 feet off the like looking at the image, the head definitely goes like there's like a cairn at the very top, this top of the hill, and you could climb like the back of the scales of the crocodile. I actually love that idea. Did you want to do that? Did someone want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you check the back side of this hill too?
Oh, the backside of the hill. I would say, given your investigation check and what you did roll and the time given to you, because it would have taken Valfine a while to hammer these suckers in. They're big. You would have had enough time to look back there, and there was nothing back in that area. This is what I would consider like sort of a full scan, and I'm confirming to you guys as players. In this area, there isn't. The mouth is interesting, though. I'm interested in this. Go ahead and someone roll a climb check. Who's doing this? Who's getting up here? Athletics, please.
Okay, who's gonna try?
I mean,
I feel like everyone's looking at Brolin. Go ahead.
No, if I see Alexandria try, I'd be like, whoa, you're gonna fall and die.
Are they still separately searching for this at this point after I've already hammered in the plates?
What are you asking?
Alone.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Am I alone?
Oh, are you alone? EQ's next to you.
I'm next to him too.
Oh, Brolin's next to him too. Yeah, Brolin, so Dustin, there's 2 separate parties. There's one that is at the entrance. If you look at this handout, there's one that's at the entrance and one that's all the way in the back behind. Which party are you in?
I'm at the entrance.
Okay, so then you wouldn't be able to help Alexandria.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
it's fine, she says to herself. I can do this.
Yeah, go ahead and make your check in the open if you wish. It's fine.
I just clicked it, but nothing happened. That's interesting. I'm gonna click again.
Click it again.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Public roll. Normal roll.
Climbing up the statue.
Why does this game hate me?
Oh God.
All right. War.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't get very far.
War in Asturia. This is the only roll I would have applied damage. So, roll Hysteria. You see your friend bounce her way down the. Well, how do you? I'm not gonna. You don't get to describe how you fall. This is not your choice.
Graceful.
You fucking just boom, like you get like about halfway and you go for a grab and it just like breaks and you just boom, boom, and you just fall and you take 3 points of damage, which you can apply to your character sheet for me. And it hurts. Oh, your back. It's like hard to recover. To like, I'm fine.
I will do this.
Or says, don't hurt yourself.
I'm fine. That was only 5% of my health.
He reaches out a hand to help you up.
Thank you.
Add 3 points of health.
Okay, you just gained 3 points of HP. Let me see. Touch creature causes it to regain number. Okay, so Asteria touches you and your pain is gone. Yeah, your friend is Alexandria is not doing a great job getting up this. And Alexandria, if you try it again, I think you immediately I think you get about 5 feet up and waver and go, yeah, I'm gonna fall again, and you might just go back down. That is your roll for this, so you are not able to climb this today.
I'm totally not able to climb, like, general.
War, did you want to try to climb? You have one that's just like not even gonna try, one that tried and it's like not going well.
I guess. Turtle claws time.
This is gonna be a 1-2. It's gonna be like, well, you guys are not getting
this public. You have to make it public.
It's public, yeah. This is public. There's no reason to hide this.
Is it athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. It is not doing the thing. Oh, it's the prompt. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it might not prompt.
It was hidden behind my window.
Yeah.
Is all.
Sorry about that.
Public rule.
Oh no.
Okay, you begin climbing. With a 7, I would say, make a dexterity saving throw is what I would say.
Just as an interesting reminder, not that I would know this, but people can fly.
There's only one number on the die right now.
Why? We've had, what, four or five natural ones today?
Yeah.
This is cursed.
Oh,
This temple is cursed.
Alright, take 1 point of damage as you tumble. You don't completely fall to the ground. You tumble and you scrape yourself and you're on like one hand and you're like, oh, it might be better just to climb back down. Like you don't think it's worth. You don't think it's worth it.
Nope.
You don't think it's
I'm
worth
leaving.
it. It's just too steep. There's some fresh rain moss still on here. The sun hasn't dried it out yet. Getting into that mouth, unless something changes for you guys, climb. Unless something significantly changes for the climb, like someone busts out a fucking grappling hook or a ladder or a spell, you guys aren't getting up that.
Oh yeah, that thing that way.
Or can turn into a spider.
And attempt to climb it myself.
Ooh, I'm hearing something.
Or I can turn into a giant spider.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have any of this information. You're watching Valfine hammer in things, so they might tell you when you come back. But what are you doing, Asteria?
I'm casting guidance on myself and attempting my own climb.
Okay, yeah, I think you see their two friends fail and go, well, maybe I'll try. Let's see it. Let's see it. Give me another reason to roll a d6. All right, toss it to me. After this, I think you guys are coming back around unless you can come up with something more significant. All right, roll a dex save for me. Just roll a dex save. It's a 6. It's a 6, so it's close to war. Just roll a dex save. Chances are you're probably fine. Just roll a dex save for me. You know you're not getting up. I just want to see if you're gonna get hurt. Yeah. You know you can't. You know you're not climbing this thing. It's not happening. It's just too.
This was not meant to be climbed.
It really wasn't. It really was not meant to be climbed. It's built as a statue.
Covered in moss or something?
It is. It has some moss on it, some stuff growing. It's still like some dew clinging to the sides. I'm telling you right now, it's not the worst roll. You guys just are really bad climbing.
Yeah.
So it's not happening for you. I think War is especially tired from rowing the boat all day. Asteria using
Throwing the rock.
or Xandria using throwing the rock. You guys are tired. So you look back around and find Valfine looking quite successful.
What was all the grunting there for?
Nothing. Nothing happened.
Nothing at all.
We had
Colonel,
sex.
Shuffling out what?
War looks over very surprised.
Whoa.
She is very vexed. Sarcasm and bullshit.
Well, I did manage to flatten all the plates. If we do want to continue to try to go through the front door, we can.
It wasn't. You were nailing in the. You were nailing in the plates. You're right. Okay, cool.
So you guys didn't find anything, right?
No.
There's some
Nothing.
mossy rocks. That's about it.
Oh. All right. I tried to roleplay that.
Oh, this is never getting brought up to the other two.
I could do it.
We probably just said we will never speak of this again.
I love you guys. I love you, this party. So what do you guys do? Anybody trust in Valfine enough to want to walk over? Maybe Valfine herself?
I could go grab one of those boats from the river and use that to get over the pit.
Guys.
Good.
That's a smart idea.
All right, I'm done with this.
All right, I'll be back.
Brolin turns into a giant spider.
Go ahead and put your spider down. And I'll put Brolin over here, and I'll put him on a different layer. So, you won't be able to see anything.
Did my screen just go black?
Yep. I'll put you somewhere else. You're fine. Okay, now place your spider.
Oh.
Place your spider for me. So
Here, I got an idea. Stand back.
All right, now Brolin disappears. So, yeah, you guys see Brolin like these arms jut out. At first, they're dwarven arms, and then they elongate until it comes into this full spider form.
A large future spider.
He's a large spider. He can be one. Yeah. Yeah, it's within his. He went circle of the moon. So he's huge.
I ride the spider across.
You could do that. Actually, what's his strength modifier?
The spider modifier?
The spider, yeah. What's his spider strength?
The spider's attributes is he's got 14 strength.
Okay, yeah, he can carry one person.
Spider climb. The spider can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to make an ability check.
There's a ceiling. There's definitely you could totally climb. Does this stop War from going to?
Oh, he didn't see the spider transformation. He walked away to go get the boat.
All right, yeah, you grab it. Oh my god.
All right, do you get on the giant spider?
One person can be on you, yeah.
I am getting on the giant spider because why not?
You're climbing onto the onto the top of the giant spider.
Yes.
Okay. I'm putting the giant spider to the back. Very cool. So you are climbing. What are you on the ceiling? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I climb up to the ceiling just to be safe. Well, no, she doesn't.
Walls are better. I can stay on you easier.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
He senses that, and
you go towards the wall, and you want to crawl all the way back. The area. Oh, don't turn yourself.
oh.
Don't turn yourself. You don't have to do that. Yeah, because there's no direction here. I don't have that set up. So you guys are moving your way down. You can make it. So yeah, you go to. So this happens pretty quick. War's in the middle of grabbing a boat. So you guys climb, and you're going over one of these walls with like the slits in it. Over here, because there are these ceiling to floor like slits in the wall about this thick that those blades were coming through. But you had come to the conclusion that they were being triggered by the plates. So you guys are going on over the wall, over the slits. You just keep crawling, Brolin. No hesitation.
Carefully.
Carefully. Okay.
I'm on the back half of the spider, just so you know.
Okay, you're carefully. Roll just a dex check for me.
Oh god.
Just
Damn
a dex
it.
check. Just a base dex check. You're
Damn
rolling
it,
carefully. You're trying to
spider.
be careful of your steps. I think a dex check is good. With the spider.
1.
The fuck is going on?
You
I
crawl.
don't like this game.
You crawl and you're able to move past. Oh god! Yeah, you're able to move past that 7 foot ledge into a new area. You look down and the spider is really big, so it's going to be hard for you guys to see this map visual. So I'll give you a detail. There's another ledge right ahead of you, but straight down is what looks to be a tiled, like a grid floor, like a set of 4x4 tiles on the floor that are kind of set up above, like a little bit higher than the floor. With that one, to be careful. Yeah, Asteria, can you make a roll for me too? I need a roll from you as well. A dexterity roll, please. Nice. You managed to hang on to the giant spider as he falls down onto this floor, and you hear click, 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 right under his massive body. War, what are you doing?
I am hauling a boat back over to this area.
You're hauling a boat.
Yeah,
I
one
want
of
to
the
know
little
what everyone
ones.
else is doing during this exact moment. Are you cleaning your nails? Are you picking, like, what's...
In memorandum, they were wonderful companions, but ultimately not very useful.
You know what's really nice? Giant spiders are fairly thick. Hopefully it's a floor trap, not a ceiling trap.
Valfi's ear kind of twitches. Can I pick up what's going on from...
That's what you're doing. This is just what you're doing in the moment. We see. I just want this scene. War is pulling this thing.
Just over his head.
I also have blind sense.
I know you do. That's fine. That's a one to crawl carefully on the walls. Pretty
Is
bad.
that your last words? I have blind sense. I have blind sense. Squash.
I think I have a good view of what everyone's doing.
Oh god.
All right, I would like both of you to make a dexterity saving throw. The spider with disadvantage. Because you're big and you just fell on your ass. So
That's
both of you
fair.
dexterity save.
I will accept the.
Mysteria sent me 2. Oh no, that he just rolled.
I got a.
Okay.
Which one is mine?
It's 5. It's the one that's lit up, the lower one. All right.
I
So-
will remember.
You hear click, 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 click as a bunch of these things trigger. You can feel them on your spider back since you're kind of like thrown over prone. And Asteria, you managed to stay like on this spider's stomach. It's on its back as you see in 4 corners of the room 4 blue, 4 green flames. Each of you, the one who fails takes 25 fire damage. The one who succeeded takes half, which is, I would say that is 12 points of fire damage. As you all hear and see light, or a green light, and flames, smoke pours out of the front of between the feet of this creature. So 25 damage to the spider. He's alive.
Is it
He's
proper
alive.
fire damage?
He's got 1 HP.
Oh
What'd you say?
Is it
It's
fire
fire.
damage or radiant damage? Just making
It
sure.
is fire.
Okay.
And you guys are toasted. You're still alive. Do you say anything? Call to your guys. You literally saw an explosion. What do you guys do?
War is sprinting with the freaking thing on his back.
he comes up to the steps like I got the canoe, and then
What
I
happened?
got the canoe.
I got it.
Oh my god, let me see this.
I yell back to Valpine that this one's a fire trap.
Boom! This one's a fire trap.
Or Asteria, do me a favor and make a perception check as you look around, seeing this completely burnt, spider. All of these buttons are pressed under him, and you're sitting on top of his belly. Perception check with disadvantage. But yeah, okay, cool. That's good. You don't see anything. So, yeah, it's toasty. What are you guys all doing? Please tell me. It goes dark after the flames. Like, I think there's light here from here. I think you can see your friends on top of this ledge. I think it's enough that I can remove this this thing here. Because I've already told you guys what it is, so there's no reason to hide it so much. I'll move this out of the way. Oop. So you see your friends. They're in a heap. There's a ledge and another ledge in front of them. Did you guys had any light on you? Actually, you might not see the ledge.
Does War still have the stone? Or Asteria?
Did Asteria take the stone?
No, I'd see in the dark. I don't need to take
I
this
could have
one.
used my inspiration to save myself.
Yeah, you guys have inspiration.
Oh, shit.
You have to decide to roll it before you make the roll. All right, so we got
A gleam of light comes into my eyes as I realize I am inspired. I rush back to the crocodile's spine. Using my inspiration.
I already gave you the roll.
No.
You forever got that one for today at least. Alex, are you doing this thing you sent to me in secret?
Oh, I'm just doing that to myself. I just have the habit of sending it to you.
Oh, it's okay. Cool. Yeah, so you see healing magic pour over Asteria to heal her. Please mark that negative 25
Yeah, I'm gonna
to your guy, because I don't see it on his token.
I'm gonna expend a spell slot,
I'll do it for you.
bringing me down to 1, and I'm going to use Combat Wild Shape to give myself 1d8 hit points.
All right, go ahead and roll 1d8. Let's see if you get one more hit point.
Oh, no,
The way the rolls are going, I would not do.
Roll it. Go ahead and roll it.
Harsh, DM, harsh.
I know, I'm sorry. You guys...
8
Nice!
points!
Now you maxed it.
Give yourself
Yeah.
8 HP on your token, please.
DM,
Look at him.
damn.
Look at him
Yeah,
bouncing back.
He'll still die to another trap.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Dustin,
Now they just can't move.
apply it to your token.
Is it the green?
Yeah, it's the green one. +8.
Okay.
You click in it and hit +8.
8.
Thank you. Is it
Plus
there?
8.
And hit enter. Thank
I'm
you.
at 9 HP.
9 HP. Nice.
So you, Asteria, you see like bark appear over all the wounds and reinforce the burned, charred corpse. It's almost like his skin sheds.
You're still laying on top of this thing. What do you want to do? Asteria's on your stomach. You're on top
So,
of this thing.
before I fell on this, did I see the pressure plates?
You did, and it wasn't hard with your dark vision. No check required. One of the plates was lit up. Somehow. It was brighter in your vision than
Is
the others.
there floor that isn't the plates?
No.
Okay.
The floor is covered in the plates. There's like a small edge, but it's no more than like that. That's not enough for you to like climb around. I need to know, like in this moment, out of anybody, I need to know what Brolin's doing.
Yeah.
Sees this. Oh, okay.
Get back on the wall.
Yeah, see if you can get back on the wall.
Gonna
It's
get
a
back.
check.
Brolin's gonna get back on the wall.
Do a barrel roll.
You are under these things. Is it a check? Let me see the spider. Is it a check to get back on the wall?
It says
I
without
would
making a check
Slightly without
if
one
he's
is what
quoting it.
earlier.
You're just getting up. Are you just sort of climbing? Are you not? Are you taking careful care not to touch any more plates? As you get up off the plates and they release, are you making careful not to re-step on them?
Yeah.
All right, you can climb back onto the wall.
Okay. Climbs back onto the wall weakly. Gives Asteria a look, just like jump the fuck back on. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Also, is that wall a short wall like this last one?
So I want to just give you guys a chance to look. It's like a 7 foot tall wall, yeah. So I'll give you a look at like what that looks like. I'll back you up. You guys see what that looks like?
Yeah, I see it.
Yep. So it's a 4x4 grid in the floor.
Okay. And
Did
one,
you go?
one is lit up?
One is lit up. It's right here.
I get away from that.
All right. Yeah. You climb back on the ceiling to like sort of survey the area. You're on the ceiling right now, I imagine. Did you? You can see Asteria. You can see further forward. I'll reveal this to you as well. On the final ledge is a door. Carved into the door is a 4x4 grid with a single light lit up. It corresponds with the one on the floor.
Okay.
I am chastising War about how long this is taking him.
What is
anybody
that
else-
thing she's riding? He's just distracted.
Yeah, you can see the light there for sure.
Are you gonna jump back on Brolin?
I am going to actually jump off of Brolin
Okay.
onto the lit up square.
You do so. As you land on the lit up square, I'll put you on there, kind of like a little weird. You're not in an actual spot. Brolin, you are on the ceiling. You see a new square light up on the door.
Oh no, war is coming.
You see a new square light up on the door. And it's ever so faint, but yeah, you know what the next square that Asteria would need to, like, you know the next square that's lit up.
I know, you mean.
You know, but I don't think you can speak in this form. I'm actually guaranteeing that you can.
Can I shoot webbing at it? I have a ranged attack.
You can make an attack roll.
Oh god.
Go, Web, go!
No, wait a minute.
Fly, Web.
Fly!
Don't
web.
ask what happens if you miss.
Ranged attack +5, range 30 to 60 feet. One.
Yeah, make an
Alright.
attack roll. What's everybody else doing? I want to give everyone a chance to get in on this if they wanted to. If you guys wanted to jump over, or are you guys all waiting? I'll start
War's
with War.
pushing the boat across the empty
you
thing
do.
to try to
Yeah,
like make
you
a
do.
path or something.
You make a bridge that goes right across, and it's sturdy. The boats were still well built, and you can walk across the other side if you want.
War is staying on this side,
Okay, does
away
so
from
War
the
does
giant
that.
spider.
Would
Is
you
this
guys
the
like to
part-
do?
Is this the part where the other end of the canoe trips the trap on accident and kills our spider?
He's on the ceiling.
Yeah, well, we didn't see where the blades came from.
I think that Valfie knows they go all the way to the ceiling.
Okay. So does my attack hit it?
Yes, it does. You see a single part of the a square in front of you, Asteria, covered in webs. I want to give everyone a chance to do something else because you guys have done quite a bit. So, what is everybody else doing, including Valoria? So, what War I've heard from you, Valoria, Valfine. Did you guys want to get to their side, or were you guys waiting and watching?
You said there was no safe spot without plates up near them.
Up near them, it was all plates.
Is there a way to stand near the core, like the? I'm assuming there's a pillar that has a light corresponding to what Asteria's doing.
Here, I'll pump you down, and you should be able to see like the situation that's there. What are you asking?
I guess what is Brolin seeing? He sees.
Well, Brolin only knows what he sees. See, Valfine does not. If you want to know, as Josh, he's seeing a new lay 11, like on the next row down. This is a I can't get these square. I can't point at these squares directly.
So is that another pit with a bunch of stuff in it?
This is not a pit.
No.
It's this is a whole nother ledge. So if you would be so kind to look over here for me, everybody should be able to see this area. Let me draw for you what this looks like. So this is the path here, and it goes down into a pit. Can anyone see what I'm drawing?
Mm-hmm.
Down into a pit, moves forward, goes up a ledge. This is the blade area. So this is blades, goes up a ledge. This is where all of our tiles are, and then it goes up another ledge, and this is where our door is. So that's what we're looking at. So Brolin is on the ceiling, like over here. If we're looking at this from a side view, Brolin's on the ceiling right over here, and Asteria's down on top of the grid, on top of the plates. And you guys are all back at the beginning.
So there's no way, if Valfine were to move up, there's no way for her to see over.
You cannot see. Yeah, if you're staying here, you cannot see the ground. Like you can't see this area. You can see your friend. You can see a giant spider on the ceiling, and you can see your friend Asteria standing up in the first row.
Okay, so Valfine's gonna at least cross the boat that War laid down and get over to the
other side. Yeah.
Or the rest of them disarmed. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
War's gonna kind of hold the boat so that it doesn't like.
Hey, Asteria, what's there? There's a flash of light. What's going on up there?
Burning.
Burning.
It smells kind of like burnt spider up here.
Oh God. Burnt spider. What happened?
Oh, there's a serious fire trap up here of some sort.
Let me get a boat.
So I can't see anything up on top of that ledge from here then. Valfine can't.
No, Valfine can't. You can, as Josh, your token, can see it. But yeah, the you can't see it. 7 feet up. You could climb up there if you want.
What if I climb up there? I'm standing on plates.
Yeah, you can. There's a space right before. There's a small ledge like that will allow you to not be on the plate, on any of the plates if you don't want to. It says that right in the book. There's a small ledge.
So there's enough room for someone to stand.
To stand in front of it. Yeah. Did you want to get up there?
Yeah, Valfine's gonna pull herself up.
Cool. Valoria, where are you?
Far away from all of this.
Are you crossing?
This is not her forte. No.
No, you stay there. Iku, I think Iku stays there too. She's there too. She's like at this edge, kind of watching. Valfine, so you make your way across, and you're light of foot, and then you hear ping, tick, 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 and one of your pins rolls right in front of you. I would like you to make just one. I would like you to make I would like you and Brolin to make saving throws, dexterity, please.
What?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Both of you.
Also,
Wow, really? Goodbye.
Asteria makes a comment. Since I can't see anything different, does anyone else notice anything different?
Ooh, nice.
I am going to use my inspiration on this.
You use your inspiration, by all means.
I'm gonna roll. Should I roll with advantage then?
Yep, you would. Yep, you toggle
So
advantage.
you can use your inspiration after the roll. You don't have. So it's you don't actually have to roll advantage. Just roll once.
Yeah,
If you get a
these
bad
blades
roll.
go all over the season.
Yeah.
Nice job, guys. You only take half damage, so 1 point of damage as that wall just shoots past. You pull back your spider feet as you feel the wind come out at first as it goes to sweep at you. And like a wind pushes out from one side, like kind of warning you enough time to dodge out of the way. Same thing with you, Valfine. And you hear it click right after the sweep, and you're able to like get on the wall. There are like handholds on it. You get on the wall. You're off the floor. You want to climb up?
Yeah, if it's not gonna slice me in half.
Climbing does take a check. It's not a hard one.
Is it athletics or acrobatics?
It is. Let me check really quick to see.
If it's acrobatics, no problem.
That could be it. Let's see. Oh, let me see here. It'll say in an area where it has the actual thing. Traversed with a successful dexterity acrobatics check.
Yes.
Yeah, you can climb it with acrobatics, apparently. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Should say. I would say it is climbing. I'd have to establish it now rather than later, so you don't feel cheated. In most, I just wanted to confirm.
Is athletics.
It's always athletics, no matter what. Acrobatics is more jumping and moving nimbly. You have to actually check out the descriptions behind them in the book. Because a lot of people just think you have to separate them, because if you don't, neither is special and they morph into the same role.
Yeah.
So it is strength based to climb.
Oh boy.
So give me a roll for that guy. Okay, you climb to the top. Thank God. You're on the edge. I'll put you just straight over here. You're on the edge. So the only person who knows that there's a lit up, that there's a new square lit up is Brolin, and Brolin can't. But you did shoot your web, right?
Yeah, I shot my web at it.
Asteria, so he shoots a web at a square. I imagine you're intelligent enough to know that he might know something you don't.
I guess I step on the sticky square.
Okay, you step on the sticky square and you don't hear a click. There's no click. Like your first square, you didn't hear a click. The second one doesn't hear a click. They're not pushing in. Valfine, are you just watching?
Can I roll a history check to see if I've seen this in a book before?
Yes, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna, like, chances are low, but yeah. I don't know if it would be so much if it's in a book before, versus have you figured it out. I think that because unfortunately, wait, you have dark vision. Make a perception check for me first. You got up here.
Okay.
Make a perception check to me first. Because I want to see if you know things. Cool, just enough. You put it together. I think you know the way this trap works. There's a light on the door that corresponds with a light on this grid. It's the same exact thing. Though this is a tricky trap, because if you were by yourself and you were moving, it's a trap where you need help, because the further you go forward, the closer you get to that ledge, the less you can see of the door. So this is not something Asteria can complete on her own, and I think you can already see that Brolin is helping her. He shot his web down on what I think you perceived as the correct next step.
Asteria, keep doing what you're doing. Brolin is going to keep marking where you need to go.
I asked Brolin, carry Valfine up to the ledge, because it'll be way easier if I can just hear what in point.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll go near.
All right. Are you trying to be careful again, or are you just? I'm like punishing you for being careful. No, you can climb up. You can climb up the ceiling. I think it's no problem. I think, like, you're staying. Like, I was gonna give you the one roll just for being climbing on the ceiling the first time. I think you've learned your lesson. You're staying a little more sturdy with your movements, and you aren't always a spider. You're used to more of an arena set, and you can get Valfine down there. Valfine, you'd be cool riding a spider.
Nice. Yeah, he gestures with his claw, his charred legs to hop on. You see a wink.
4 eyes close at once.
It smells so bad, and it's prickly, and it's
Well, it's not as prickly as it was. There's a lot less hair on that spider.
Is she saying that really loud?
She will ride the spider over there.
Okay, that's cool. That sounds good. All right. So yeah, you can reiterate what you're right next to this big stone, or it's a wooden door. It's like fully wood. It's very thick. It's got like the stone, boundaries around it, like setting the door. Yeah, you can see that. You know exactly what the next square is, and you can shout it down there.
Hey, Asteria, I'm gonna point out your next moves here.
I follow the instructions.
You make it to the other side. Do you want to try to climb up the wall?
Is there any more lit up? I was less worried about following the other side and more of making the door open.
You get to the other side. You hit that last one, and you get to the other side. Are you trying to climb up? I'm just asking. What do you do when you get to the other side of that wall? Do you just stay on the wall?
I stay at the wall and see what. Ask Valpine what happened up there.
Something does happen. I'm just wondering if you were immediately going into a climb. You instantly just hear what sounds like several locks unlocking themselves inside this door. Click, 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 all the way down. Do you do anything, Valpine? The door's just sitting there, but you heard 3 clicks come from the door, the wooden door.
Just gonna make sure her profile is small. Down while she waits.
Oh, she's just gonna wait?
Gonna wait to see if anything happens.
Nothing. Click, click, click.
It sounds like something.
While I hide behind this wall.
It only happened once.
Sounds like something unlocked up here after you completed the puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, I think you being you probably picked your fair share of locks in your day, especially book locks. Sounds like it was 3 tumblers turning in the door. Valpine, Warren, Iku, you guys are just, if you say something, if you tell me something, then you can jump in. You can interrupt anytime. I'm assuming you are just watching.
I just called Asteria to let her know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, you know that sounds like three clicks came from the door. What would you like to do, Asteria?
I'm gonna let Valpine search the door for traps and get everything open without being visible to the door.
Imagine you suggest it to her.
Yes.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
All right, you want to check?
I almost killed myself with my own handiwork.
You want to check it? Just a sec.
Yeah,
I just don't want to get in your way.
So here's something to note, Valpine. Those three locks. You heard three clicks. All of the lighted squares are still lit upon the door. All the different squares are lit. They go all the way up, and the 4x4 square imprint in the door, it goes it's big. It's huge. It's on this huge door.
Can I tell if the trap is inactive after the lock has been released?
Make a what kind of check do you think this is? Are you using your thieves tools or are you using perception?
I'm not actually disarming anything.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Nice. No, you wouldn't touch that door if your life depended on it. Not just to try to open it. Something else is going on here, but the door is trapped. It's warded with some sort of spell.
Wait, Asteria. Don't move.
The door is warded with a spell, for sure. You don't know what kind. That would take an Arcana check. But.
Don't touch anything.
How many squares can I step on, just as a curiosity?
4 squares to get over here.
Can I run an Arcana check?
Please.
Proficiency.
I'll give that to you. You're directly interacting with this. I feel bad for everybody left behind.
I'm fine.
I guess it's best that you're sitting there. Cool. Yeah, you're pretty sure it's you don't have a detect magic spell or anything, so I don't want to give you too much. You definitely know it's an arcane rune. It's some rune of warding that's built into the door, and it's dangerous. Those are the things I can give you.
Valoria? Hello?
Yes.
I need you.
Okay.
I know this thing does something bad, but I don't know exactly what.
Making your way over.
I guess I'll make my way over.
Before you do, and as you do, Brolin, you easily hear your friend making their way over. You remember what happened last time somebody came over this way. Did you want to move out of the way of the blaze?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself forward once.
Okay.
Or however you want.
No.
In his head.
In his head, yeah. Head cannon.
Valoria, you are crossing?
Yeah, but I'd like to think that in the large amount of time that I've had, I probably would have resummoned the Tensor's disc. And
Oh, you want to use
not,
the disc?
I'm gonna use the disc.
Yeah, you can float over. No problem. You don't touch a single one. You get to the other side. How far does it float up off the ground?
I think it floats up to 3 feet above.
You would still, I think you would climbing check with advantage because you get that extra 3 feet. So it's only 4 feet. You got to kind of like get up. You know what? Tensor's disc is right under you. Just get up there. You're fine.
I was about to say.
It's 4 feet. You can climb it.
Grab, pull, let the disc float up, step up, grab,
Tensor's
pull.
you have Tensor's disc. Now, what happens with Tensor's disc as you lift up? As you go up, does it stay down there?
It will follow me if I go too far. It can go up only. Well, it can't go straight up. So I guess it'll just stick there.
Okay, and so your Tensor's disc is right there. I have so many tokens on here. I gotta get the disc.
I say not to step on anything as soon as you're up here.
Right.
Tensor's disc is right there. Helping. It's like a step that'll help anybody up that ledge.
My disc is a buzzsaw.
Yeah. That's the one I found.
Buzzsaw of shadow.
Shadows.
Spider-Man. Can you help me across?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
And
yeah,
it does.
no problem. You can climb onto the giant spider and it can pull you up, no problem. It's a bit gross touching it, but you can be right on that ledge. Ciao.
Yeah. Jeez. You need to take a
Don't-
bath or
Don't
something.
don't touch it. Belthine hasn't even like turned her head. She's watching it, making like almost as if it's gonna move.
So what are we doing here?
Can you dispel this?
I look at it. No, absolutely not.
Why not?
I don't have
So,
any spells.
Let me describe one more time exactly what you're looking at, just so that you have this vision in your head, because I don't want you to be confused, Kyle. It's a wooden door set into a stone frame. Carved into the door is a 4x4 grid. In each level of the grid, there is one square that is lit up. These are the squares that Asteria walked on. So there are 4 lit squares in the door right now.
Right.
Information given. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do not have, aside from making an Arcana check myself, I don't have any spells that would disable a ward.
So
I could blast it apart.
The grid is very tall too. I didn't mention that. It covers the whole door. Like there's some of those that you couldn't reach.
we're gonna want to be really careful with this. I don't think throwing fire at it is a good idea.
All right, it's time for me to do something stupid.
Oh shit.
Have we tried pressing these? And I'm going to press one of the lit up buttons.
Oh god.
You're just putting your hand on one of them.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you put your hand on one of them, and you see the other 3 turn red. I would like both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it, Kyle.
This is why I'm hiding behind a wall.
Constitution is not me.
Well, okay, 11, and what else?
It's not me either.
I'm so sorry about this. 19. Valthine, you save. Alexandria, you fail. A pulse shoots out from the door as arcane energy pushes you back, and a loud cracking thunder can be heard echoing through. Oh man. Okay, so
Shit.
Sash, roll and something else is going to happen. First of all, I'd like you guys to apply this. The one who saved, take half. The one who didn't, take full.
Oh, fuck.
Got it.
Got it? Valoria, you fall back. Only one person can catch you. And she has to step not on a tile because you're going right. What do you do? Do you have a reaction?
Yeah, as I feel myself flying backwards, I react immediately and I begin to slow until I gently touch the floor wherever I choose.
You are right over the grid. I need a dexterity.
Can I reach and grab out and pull him to the ledge?
You can, because she's going so slow. There's no check. You pull her. You step onto the right area. You pull her back. Like maybe you're both standing on like one of these tiles, and you back away, one of the lit up tiles, and you just back away. And Valoria's at the edge. She was about to go right.
I needed you to look at this. That's not what I meant.
Well.
Ow!
Do you climb back up, Valoria?
Yeah.
This will actually take a climb check, unfortunately.
Then
I reached down to help her, give her advantage.
Oh, advantage. Yep, you have advantage. It's not a hard check.
Here comes the one.
well, either of you can roll it, but it's two majors.
Then I let go of her hand, Simba style, as she goes back.
Then I just slow fall again and give you a glare.
All right. Anyway, does that really happen?
No.
Okay. Please roll advantage. Just athletics, please. I just need to make sure you make it. It's not 2 natural ones, because Asteria might have to make a dex save again.
I don't see the thing to turn on advantage.
You toggle. It's a query. A box will show up.
Oh.
And ask you if you want it to be advantage.
Yeah, you get prompted. Second box.
Public roll. Advantage. Yeah. Okay.
Please. Oh my god. You can either spend another spell slot, or Asteria has to roll to catch you.
I can't believe it.
What's the stupid spider doing?
He's standing there, but he's up on the ceiling. He's up on the ceiling.
Go.
And he doesn't have any reactions. I'm giving one reaction to Asteria. This happens now. So the spider has no reactions, and Brolin hasn't spoken out to say he's waiting there to catch people or setting like a web or anything.
No, I'm saying this because he could have easily put me back on that ledge like he did before, but this time he's making me fly.
You never asked him. Okay,
I know.
Asteria, make the save, please. We can't retcon. This is what's happening. Make a dexterity saving throw, Asteria, to catch your friend and not trigger this trap. Yes! Thank God. You catch her again. Do you say anything? Do you say anything to her as she falls again?
I whisper, remember the moss.
I owe you a little too much. So, I'm gonna lean down at looking at this door. What about the second one? I'm gonna make a motion as if I'm gonna press the second. Just to get a reaction, and then I'm gonna pull it back and smile.
Okay. I have to stop reacting. DM face.
Well, pressing the buttons doesn't.
You've pushed enough buttons, including mine today.
Listen,
that's good enough.
This is how intellectuals do this.
That is not how intellectuals.
It's a process of elimination. We know we can't press that button. Can I make an Arcana check?
For what? What's the purpose?
To identify what is enchanting this door, or a means to disable it. Like, maybe I can identify a rune or some kind of mechanism that allows it to be enchanted this way.
Is there anything written on the walls, like pictures, anything like that?
Make an investigation check. Or no, you just mentioned you wanted to know if something was written on the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, make an investigation check because the walls are covered in shit. Vines and stuff.
Just poop.
Vines
smeared on the walls.
Go ahead and make that check, and then I would like.
Brolin can assist in almost anything.
Go ahead and
Wall
make the
related.
Arcana. Nice. Investigation. I'll start with Alexandria. It is a magical ward. The door is, I mean, just from this side, you can tell it's a heavy door. It's probably thick. There's a ward that is built into the door. You know that it's connected to the door itself. I can't give you too much detail because it's not a spell. It's not a detect magic. It's not a identify. So it is. There's a ward within this door, a spell ward that is causing this thunderous explosion that does a lot of damage and will hurl people off of the side of this thing. You're not sure how often, like, you're not sure if it will. I think with our contract, you know, it's still active. Absolutely, It was not spent. That's about the information I can give you. Asteria, you do rip away some of this vines, and you guys have been rolling just good enough so many times, and I love it. You see some inscriptions, and I think like you're able to tear away enough that you see two images where you're standing without stepping onto the grid of a man carrying a crocodile.
Is that all it is? It's just a man carrying the crocodile?
It's a man carrying a crocodile, and then you see like dotted, like you see like dots in front of them what look to be illustrated road, and then like another man and a crocodile, like a very similar illustration. The two are next to each other, and they are facing the direction of the door.
We're up on the ledge, right?
Yes, you are.
Can Valfian see?
Can Valfian see? Or for what?
See the writing on the wall.
I think you can see Asteria ripping stuff away, and you can do the same thing if you want.
Okay.
You see, there are more up where you are.
What language is it written in?
No language, just imagery. Just a man with a crocodile on his back, facing the door.
Is this what we get for not climbing that thing?
This is the imagery you see. Asteria, you were going to say something? Or maybe not.
Wait, you said Asteria, right?
Asteria, yeah. Were you going to say something?
Alex? I tell Brolin to start clearing off the walls so I can see more of this image, because he can do it without being on the ground.
Yeah, I do that. I go all around.
Yeah, you start pulling away at some of the foliage, the light little like just the muck that's kind of built up. Yeah, it's on both sides of the wall. It's these images. Every 5 feet, there is another image of this same individual. It's on either side. There's just in between each are dots lining what would be like a road they would follow. And even at a point, like the dots follow over the edge and go down and back over. Like they follow all the way down, so that the man and the crocodile are always about 2 or 3 feet off the floor. And they're all facing inward.
Okay.
We're in a temple. Can I make a religion check to see if that means anything significant?
In this temple?
The symbol.
Symbolism.
I'm mixing words here.
Imagery on the wall. I'll save you the check and say that it's not religious. It seems to be just about the story that was told. Did you want Ika to repeat it to you?
Okay.
Did you ask her?
I wasn't here at the beginning of the session, so maybe
I did say the story at the end of last session. The story of this place. If you didn't hear it, I could have Ika repeat it for you if you're interested.
Sure. Yeah.
You're pretty sure the man with the crocodile is back. Okay. In the early days of the world, man stood by the banks of a river, frightened. Crocodile raised his head from the water and asked, What troubles you, cousin man? Man said, I must cross the river, but I fear to enter the water alone because it teems with your brethren. Crocodile replied, It's true, you would not be safe, but I will carry you across the river safely on my back if you promise to return the favor. Man agreed, and Crocodile bore him safely across the water. When they reached the far bank, Man asked, How can I repay you? Crocodile replied, I wish to see the realm of humans, but I fear to go there alone because it teems with your brethren. You must carry me on your back across your realm. Man had been tricked, but a promise is a promise, so he carried Crocodile safely on his back across the entire realm of humans, a journey that lasted many years. He also swore in his anger that never again would men and Crocodile be friends, and so it has remained to this day. Something to notice, she says that too. War, you have all the information over here as well. I think you have enough time and light to see what your friends are doing and stare at them and they're going. So if you want to contribute, you are welcome.
Are there any? Is the crocodile motif thing on the wall next to the pit as well?
Yeah, you pull it off and you see that it's the same one. Every 5 feet.
Okay,
Same one.
so I've got a plan. Get those two to get down to where I am and have Brolin take me up there, and I tie a rope to Brolin and to me, and so I can't possibly hit the floor without Brolin catching me.
Okay, yeah, I mean...
Brolin accepts this, but you hear a very concerned...
I think that's absolutely possible. It will take some time. At this point, you guys are sacrificing your hex.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
We're beyond the hex at this point, Ed.
All right. Yeah. So you set yourself up. I'll move you guys back,
gone.
but don't worry. You're not where I'm moving you. I'm just.
Before this happens, Laura's just gonna say, perhaps we're supposed to imitate the story. Each one of these puzzles may have been completed with 2 people.
So you're saying we need to totem pole this shit?
I don't know. You can go ahead and try, but...
Okay, while you two are hiding, I will try and touch these bottom 2 that I can reach, and Brolin, you try and touch the top 2 I can't reach simultaneously.
There are 4.
Do you guys do that?
Very reluctantly.
Am I out of the blast radius?
Yeah, that's why I got rid of moved you 2 out. You may want to move down to your disc.
Can Velthane slide down the wall below just in case again?
Yeah, you can stay where you are and be safe from any kind of... Oh, do you not want to be on where the explosion site is?
I definitely don't want to be on the ledge if they're pushing buttons again.
Do you want to climb down to where... Because if somebody falls off of here, effectively they fall off, hit a tile, trigger an explosion, and everyone here... The
ending tile is lit up, right? We've completed that portion.
Yep.
Is it safe to stand on?
Just know that anywhere in these 4 squares, you will suffer damage from the explosion.
All right, I guess I have no choice. I'll stay where
you could go all the way down and stand on the disc.
That's all right. That's a little far away.
Or Alexandria, do you do that? This is a danger zone, guys. Got an explosion happened here. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You can stay on your disc with no problem. You can get back across this thing too with no problem. Just as long as you step on the lighted ones.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I want to stand here.
So you're standing right up there. Okay, you go up there.
And as they're about to do it, I am going to cast False Life upon myself.
Okay. I know you're gonna hate me, and I'm a huge stickler and the worst ever, but you are still climbing that wall.
No, I'm not. Spider-Man, help me.
Is Spider-Man helping her up to prepare?
Spider-Man is helping.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Now here's the thing. You guys said that you were about to all touch that door, so I'm guessing this is happening before. This is prep. Like, hey, we have a plan, and they go, wait, let us get in position before you do anything.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Valthine, you're cool staying right there. You're in the blast radius.
Can't really go anywhere.
You can. You could absolutely step over here, no problem. You can step on those squares and down onto Tensor's disc without a check. It is a movement action because that's not impossible for you, and you would be safe from an explosion in this area. Tensor's disc.
You're right, disc. We should stand on the disc.
Do you both stand? Okay, if you're both standing on the disc, it can only hold one person. So I would
It can
need
hold 300 pounds.
But it's not about weight. It's about proportions.
I'm gonna expend
Oh my God,
my last
we're so fat.
spell. As we prepare for this, I'm gonna roll another D8 and expend my last spell slot.
Okay, yeah, totally. So, Valoria, are you still? You cast False Life on yourself. That was already done. So do you? Did you apply the HP you get for False Life, or did you spell the spell slot?
Well, I mean, I hadn't rolled, so you could say it wasn't solidified yet. So.
Okay. You didn't understand your disc was still there or remember it, so that's fine. I'll give it to you. You can get back on the disc. Valfine, are you gonna try to get on this disc with her? It's a check with advantage. You're both with each other. It's kind of a balancing act where you're holding hands.
I'll hold her in my arms.
Oh, you want to just hold her? Okay.
I mean, that works.
Yeah, if you're not standing there.
Okay, yeah.
Let me repay the debt.
I want this fan art. This is adorable.
Both of us, like, not wanting the situation, just sitting there, like, grim faces.
Actually,
There's so much anime blush.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Is there anything I can tie to the wall, like any smooth? It's all smooth surfaces. Okay.
I'm sorry. There's nothing you can tie to the wall.
I was gonna toss a rope over the pit earlier, but it's like an empty room. So.
Could Brolin make a hammock over top of the thing?
He could spend some time and shoot a few webs and try.
Yeah.
That would probably take some.
Yeah.
It would take some time.
Safety net.
Literal
safety net.
Brolin?
Yeah, Brolin's gonna create a safety net.
It takes probably about 20 minutes. It's a while. It's like all prepared. Safety net is over the entirety of the squares, which will make it very difficult for anyone to traverse it. That's something to know. So anybody else
light it on fire when we're to that point.
Oh yeah, you light it on fire. Cool. So, Mystery and Brolin, are you guys ready to touch these?
I guess.
Yeah.
You're
I
100%
got safety
sure?
net.
I
You guys
forgot
100%
another part
sure?
of the puzzle.
It seems like the most likely outcome, and
Okay.
I'm also the one who triggered all of the things. That was my other thought.
All right.
Also,
You guys are both agreed. What's up, Kyle?
When you press the buttons, you have to say Fusion Ha.
it does
Oh,
fit the
God.
totem pole
No one
motif.
here watches Dragon Ball Z, do they?
The
I do.
tensor disc falls out below you.
Click.
All four discs hit you.
All four
I
discs.
failed you again.
You guys are committing to it. I've heard a confirmation from both of you, so this is what's happening.
Totem
Asteria,
pole.
Asteria, you put your hands on the bottom. Roland, you put your hands on
Exactly the same time.
exactly the same time. Yeah, you guys time it right at the same time. They all turn green.
Woo!
And the door opens.
Called it. I totally believed in you.
Totem
Oh,
pole.
The door
I
opens.
totally
to
don't step
reveal
in through the door.
a new chamber. Well, okay, yeah, the door creaks open. Anyone can open it if they want. Who's up there? I mean, you've touched the door.
I guess
You-
I pull it
you
open.
don't- Yeah, you can pull it open. You touch it. The ward does not go off, and you pull it open. It's a push.
Oh, okay. Then I just continue.
All right, you continue to push forward, and it opens up into a chamber. The floor of this dusty 40-foot high, 20-foot wide chamber is littered with dinosaur bones, piles of them. Webs stretched from the walls to a 30-foot tall central pillar, coiled around which is a narrow stone staircase, its steps covered with dust. Carved into the pillar are reliefs of a man carrying a crocodile. The reliefs follow the stairs up to the top of the pillar, on which sits a single, large, beautiful ceramic jug.
Roland, you should go grab our trap finder.
You find us in a loving embrace on Tensor the Disc.
Oh my god.
He gestures with his little prong claw things.
Belfine doesn't like either option, but she's gonna go with the spider.
I lift her up like Rafiki did to Simba. The spider.
And the spider grabs. The spider grabs her. Circle of life.
Oh my god, you guys.
Take me with you.
All right. Is everybody going to be getting this from? Or are you just training? Are you a train leading people here? Or are you just getting one?
I'm waiting for the spider bus.
So Brolin puts her down, and she crawls back over to Alexandria, and he gives her like a wait gesture, and he's gonna go back. He's gonna go back and go to Enku.
Okay. She just goes, oh my, well, yeah, your form is quite disturbing.
Yeah.
Yes, Brolin?
He goes,
I can't understand what you're saying.
he's gesturing to get on my back.
Okay, and she will, yeah. More steps back, she will. Just like, oh god, you're very sticky. And yeah, you want to pull her over?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are all on this ledge. You're kind of tucked together. Valoria, does Valoria get a pull as well?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll put you all on the ledge. You're all real tight to each other, and there's a big old spider above you. But this room is open to you exactly as I described. What would you guys like to do?
Valfine's gonna peek around the corner of the door and see if there are any traps.
Yeah, make a are you searching? You're searching for traps, like specific search for traps.
Searching for traps, yes.
Okay, I believe your Thieves Tools allows you to actually search for traps. Let me just check in Xanathar's real quick on Thieves Tools, because I know I think it actually has that ability that you can just use that roll.
I am searching for not dead dragon. I mean, not dead dinosaurs.
Yeah, because for searching for traps for the most part, we were using perception checks, and then yours is for like disabling. Okay, here we go.
Is the pit dark?
Thieves Tools, set a trap, investigate, and perception. Yep, you gain the additional insight when looking for traps. So yeah, you can use your Thieves Tools for this roll, which is +6, which is pretty good.
You want private again?
Yes, please. War, you were gonna say something?
Is it dark on that side? Like, there's no light coming from inside there?
No, it's dark. It's completely black. Yeah, let me look in here. It should be. Oh wait, no. The light from. It should be completely black. This light here.
Well, the torch. Yeah.
The torch can see it, but I described the room. It's dark.
That's cool.
Okay.
How long have we been here, by the way?
How long have you been in here?
Yeah.
Probably been about an hour, maybe almost coming on 2. The night is starting to. It's going to start coming. Evening is going to be coming in, so the sun is setting. Or you can watch this easily enough.
Mm-hmm.
Valfine, you're sure there are no traps in this area?
Half your druid level.
Yeah. You don't see it.
Brolin crawls on the ledge and he turns back into a
Brolin.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It says you can stay in B shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down.
Okay, so you're getting out?
Yep. Oh, that was weird.
All right, I'm putting you on the ledge. It's gonna see darkness for a minute.
Oh, that's what Brolin sees when he transforms.
I guess I step in here.
Okay, do you see Brolin now, or is he? Uh-oh, I put something different.
Brolin's
That
a
was a
giant
door.
hyena.
Yeah, that's door health. Don't worry about it.
Told you we should have blown it up.
Anyway,
We could have just shot at it from all the way back.
Yeah,
Mysterious-
just unleash a volley of fire.
Asteria steps in, and Valfine. You're assured by Valfine that there's no problem.
Yeah, so I stepped in.
Yeah, you step in. Yeah, you walk in. You see the room is filled with bones. Just going that far. Anybody else stepping in the room? I see Asteria. She's fine. No explosions.
I look to Enku, and I say, "Sorry for bringing you over here, but I figure you might know some knowledge about this here architecture and strange."
It is interesting, but I can't say I've ever been in this tomb or
I look up.
know much about it, other than that story.
I
You look. Oh, what's up, Kyle?
Can I tug at Iku's wrist really quick?
Yeah.
I look her in the eyes. A deep, longing look. And I utter something beneath my breath.
Okay.
My health is low. Do you have any potions or food?
No. Let me. Oh, yeah. You do look terrible. Let me just help you out there.
As the blood like falls out of my ears.
Yeah, she'll hook you up.
Gee, Gloria, you look like shit.
Yeah, I can't possibly describe why.
Go ahead and take that.
Thank you.
She will touch your wounds, and they will magically heal. You see the power surge from her staff into her hand and into your body, and you're feeling a lot better. Is anybody else hurt?
I said, God, where were you when I blew up?
You're fine, Brolin.
I was back there. You could have crawled back to me. So, Asteria, you searched the room?
Yeah, I'm looking around the room. Why not?
You said you looked up?
Yeah, I'm looking up.
Solid stone ceiling, Valfine, yes?
Valfine is a little damaged.
Oh, of course. Says
Kyle,
that I only have one. I only have one more of these, so don't. After I use this, I only have one more of these, so don't overdo. She'll give you 6. She's like,
oh, that's fine actually.
Kyle, I sent you a text.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All right, Asteria, you're looking up and around. You want to make just a full investigation check? You can roll.
I'll make a full investigation check.
Bring it to me. Let's see. All right, it is just a room filled to the brim with bones. You kick a few around. There doesn't seem to be anything hidden under them or anything.
Picks them up.
Anything there?
Remember, he wears bone armor.
Oh yeah, you're picking up some of these dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you look up towards the ceiling, it's flat, it's blank. The room, most of the walls are blank and featureless. The only thing that seems to be of interest is this pillar in the middle of the room with stairs wrapped around it that just ends at the very top.
Look at the stairs.
Oh yeah, you call her over. Well, she doesn't seem to be there right now, so you gotta call somebody else.
I guess I use my mysterious rogue powers I never knew I had.
I mean, what are you looking for?
Oh, that's impressive there.
I just wanted to make sure the stairs weren't trapped.
I mean, you can make your own check on that. It's just not nearly going to be as, it's going to be a harder DC than what Valfine's against.
Yeah, I guess I will investigate the steps.
All right, yeah. You specify on the steps, go for it. The room is definitely not trapped. As far as you can tell, they're just stone steps. No problem.
I guess I step onto the steps.
Okay, you just start climbing?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, yeah, it looks safe enough. All right, you see Asteria make it to the 3rd step. An explosion goes off. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
For me, Asteria. Ooh, okay, Asteria. As an explosion made entirely of lightning wraps its way around you, it hurls you from the stair. Luckily enough, you're only 3 feet up, so you don't take any kind of falling damage, and you fall in a pile of bones after you are seared for 21 points of lightning damage. And you see, after activating it, a single circle on that stair light up and fade.
Yep, someone else's turn.
Iku's just, and she'll run right over to you.
I got it.
And she's like, are you sure? Oh, you shouldn't have. This place is horrible. It's interesting, but it's horrible. All right, you take 2 healing light, and 5 heal. Okay, nice. You can apply those to yourselves. Okay, okay, yeah.
Better be worth it.
Pouring it on. Do you have that many?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you do. Yep. 3 + 1. And she just says, whatever is being protected here, maybe that jug, I imagine, is. It's got to be something.
How tall is the pillar?
The pillar itself is let me see here. It is a 30-foot tall central pillar with a 40-foot high ceiling. So it's got between
how lit is the room?
Not
lit at all.
Not. There's a little bit of light coming from here. For the most part, it's not a well-lit room, so a lot of checks will be at disadvantage in here unless someone can provide light. There is a torch sitting on the ground over here, a rock sitting on the ground over here with war.
Can
I sit on a skull and light it up.
I should chuck the
All right,
lit
the
rock.
rock is useless now, but I'm not getting a skull. This is a skull. All right, that's a skull, and the room lights up, and you can see the room in its entirety. Excellent.
How tall is this pillar?
30 feet.
Okay. And I made it 3 feet up.
You made it only 3 steps. The third step hurt you a lot.
And the walls in here just have the same motif.
Same motif. They wrap all the way around.
Can Valoria detect magic? Maybe. Because thieves' tools aren't going to pick up like magical traps, only mechanical ones, right?
An investigation check could also show like a rune that might be just kind of covered in it matters. So here's the thing about the stairs of Syria. They're very dusty. They're super dusty stairs. I mentioned before in the book description, these are dusty. So there's no way you could have seen that rune. But with a regular investigation check, if the rune is not covered, it can be found. But they're meant to try to be hidden.
I used prestidigitation to do puffs of wind on each step.
As you wrap your way around, I would give you all the steps. You can just push off all that, Yes?
Sorry. I would like to say that as he's doing that, she would hear from behind her, "Excuse me," and Valoria would be there, sitting on Tensor's disc, laying completely belly flat, and using her arms to slowly propel the disc up the stairs.
Okay. So your hands are still touching the steps, right?
No. The pillar that the steps are attached to. She's like
the pillar you're trying to climb the pillar?
No. She's just using she's essentially rotating herself around the pillar.
Way around. Clever. Yes, you are able to do that all the way up to the top of the spiral stairs. The jug is in front of you. Were you looking for runes by any chance, or no? Just you're probably focusing on getting up there.
I mean, I think after seeing that, or seeing what she was doing firsthand, I probably would have figured it out. But
I mean, yeah, give me 2 perception checks.
Okay, I'm probably gonna regret getting here first, but well, all right, let's do it. Oh god. Awesome.
And, okay, you find 1 rune. You find 1 on the stairs. Could be the only one that's there. But yeah, you find 1 rune.
Thanks.
This probably should have been whispered to me, but that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you find 1 rune, and you're able to point out. You can call down and just say it's. Give me 1 more check actually.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you call down and say that there are traps. There are the runes on steps 10 and 23.
So there are runes on stairs 10 and 23.
And 3.
And you are right next to this jar.
Okay, that's awesome.
What do you see up there?
It's a jar.
Don't touch it.
Is there anything? No.
Don't touch that jar.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Don't touch it.
Is it an unassuming jar?
I don't know. I don't see a jar.
What about the pedestal?
You lost me.
I'm looking at the pedestal.
Are you searching? Are you trying to look at the jar right now, or the pedestal? Or are you just searching?
Both, in fact.
Both. The pedestal is, as I described before, it has the the pedestal on top is a solid piece of stone. The jar has beautifully painted motifs of beautiful painted literally illustrations on the side of the jar of man carrying crocodile, and it's painted just gorgeously, like it hasn't been touched. This thing looks pristine. There's not a speck of dust on it. This jar is beautiful, and it looks as though it was painted yesterday, and it just has these original the original illustration that was probably copied and motifed under the wall had to be from here. This had to be like the core illustration.
Yeah, that's not anything but a small cavalcade of red flags. So I would like to look around from my higher perspective. I'm really curious as to why there's bones everywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean, go ahead.
The ceiling to this room.
Yes.
Could we go over that again? Can I see anything new from this angle, or how far up I am?
10 people.
I would say from where you are looking now, make a perception check.
Okay.
Different vantage point. Things have changed. A new check could be required.
I also can see pretty well.
You can. I know. You definitely can. You see a fairly, I mean, it's a stone, it's a featureless stone ceiling that goes all the way across. It doesn't seem to have any details to it. I mean, it's probably about as, that's exactly what I described. It's a featureless stone ceiling.
And there's no way out of this room, aside from the way we came in?
Not from what you can see. Looking at that perception check, I could say could apply to the bones as well, since you mentioned them. Just piles of dinosaur bones could have been collected for this place. You imagine?
How old are these bones? Do they look real old?
Oh yeah, these are old. Some of the ones that Brolin picks up turns to dust. I want to confirm, Valfine, Brolin, you're staying out of the room.
Well, I mean,
if Brolin was picking up dinosaur bones. He's in this room.
We know what steps have the runes on them, right? So
yeah,
at least
Valoria
a few.
spotted two.
So can she carefully step over them and join Valoria at the top of the pillar? Maybe I can check again around the vase to see if it's trapped.
Yeah, you want to try to get up there?
Watch out for step 3. It's a doozy.
I don't like that verbiage.
Valoria has seemed to detect the traps that are on here. You walk up the stairs.
Yeah, I want to carefully.
So you are making an active check.
Carefully join Valoria. Yes.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Oh dear.
Everybody breathe at once.
Okay. You make your way up. You pass the 3rd step. You passed the 10th step. And you're making your way up and you're going 23, 23, 23. Oh! 17. You see a rune on the ground. And you step over it. And then you see 23. And you step over it. And you make your way up to Valoria.
I'm going to finish this rum the next time you do that.
When you get to the top, you actually see that Valoria is full on hammering a bottle of Tej. He is finishing it as you get up there.
30 feet off the ground. It's kind of hard to stand up here. Valfine, you can't actually get up to. This is something to note. The stairs are too thin. The platform's too thin. You can't stand near Valoria unless either she's carrying you or you crawl on top of her. Or...
You gotta carry her.
No. We're not doing that again.
Yeah, you can't fill her space, unfortunately. Like it's just too thin up there.
Am I standing on the very top step?
You're on the very top step. Yeah, you're on the very top step. The only way you could enter this is if Valoria were to carry you, move out of the way, or you were to climb on her shoulders, or vice versa, or some way to share the space.
Can I see over?
Yeah, you can totally see the situation. You're just not able to stand in the same exact space. You can climb up enough steps to be able to view.
Can I check for traps here?
Yeah, you totally can.
Well, let's do it.
All the while, Valoria is going to be babbling at you as you're concentrating on your work. It's just nonsensical stuff unless you pay attention to it.
War, what's become of you, my friend? You're so far away.
At this point, he's like he's staying to make sure that the boat like doesn't fall into the hole.
Okay.
But other than
He's
that,
the boat guardian.
yeah, at this point he's kind of like he's got his journal out and he's writing shit down.
You have one friend back here. So you do go in, or are you standing watch? Like that's up to you.
Yeah, that's kind of he's not going into this place.
Okay, yeah, War is standing watch. Interesting, very interesting. Make a perception check for me. That's an active. Well, no, pass. Do you want to use the passive or an active?
This is where it'd be passive because he's already doing his journaling stuff.
Because you're not. Yeah, you're journaling. What's your passive perception?
Don't know. Not great. I know that.
Let me know.
13.
13. Thank you, friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, Valfine, you are kind of looking this thing up and down. You can't find any physical traps, but you can't help but feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. It's not right. There has to be something.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if she knows?
Would you like to, or would you like your friend to, with advantage?
I will be right back. I know the suspense is killing me, but there's someone at my door.
There's it.
Go for it.
It depends on if Valoria is too drunk to do so.
Listen,
being drunk on the top of this thing is not a great idea.
She's not immediately drunk,
Yeah,
but it's gonna happen.
Bottle.
Also, she didn't pound the whole bottle. It's what's left of the tej that she's been dipping into this whole journey.
Valoria.
Listen.
But hey, before the alcohol hits you, can I get your help with this?
Of course.
I'm gonna help you out here, so hopefully this doesn't go bad for both of us because it's a very small, tiny space. I know there's something wrong with that, but it's not anything that I can fix or disarm. I'm gonna need you.
Okay. Am I making this check?
Yeah, and I'm assisting, giving you advantage.
Okay. I found it out.
Yeah, you can tell, even in your drunken stupor, with the advantage of your friend, just barely too. There is some kind of magic attached to the jar. You're just not sure what. It could be a magical jar. There's something magic about it. You're not.
Both of you
sure
pick it up at the same time.
I got mage hand. How big is the top, like the plug of the jar, like at the lid?
Yeah, it has a big cork. It's probably about the size of a dinner plate. Like it's not huge. I would say like a smaller dinner plate. Like this is probably a jar that's probably the size of like a fire extinguisher kind of thing. Like in size.
Valfine can pour out a vial with mage hand. Can I pop a cork from a distance?
You want to try to pop the cork on the top?
I'm gonna warn Valoria before I even attempt anything.
What's Valoria think?
Listen. This is what I'm doing. This is what we should do. I read about this in a book. It's called the Switcheroo. I've got this bottle. It's empty now. We'll take the jug and then put this one really fast.
But it's not a physical thing. I can guarantee that. It's not holding a pressure plate down. If you touch that thing, it's gonna go off.
But it's magic.
But it's Indiana Jones.
Listen.
It's a movie.
Listen.
Okay. If you're gonna start doing this, I'm gonna book it.
Joan Deanna Ionis was a great adventurer. I think we are going to take this urn and we're going to take it together and we'll replace it with the jug.
I don't think that's a good idea.
But look, I am Crocodile. You are human. Together, I can use you to walk the earth.
What are you suggesting? What are you suggesting that she do? Can you tell me again?
Ralphie looks confused. Like what?
What was your suggestion?
I'm suggesting that we take the jug together with like both of us at the same time, and then replacing it with my jug.
Ooh, you have a jug?
Yes, I emptied
That
out
was what
my
he was
pej.
drinking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh god.
So is that what you guys are doing?
This is what Valoria is pretty set on. Obviously, Valfine has free will, so she doesn't have to do this.
So how?
Okay.
Wait. So you want to both put hands on it and lift it?
I am the crocodile. You are the human.
Actually, I'm not human, but
You hear Iku, is she drunk?
No.
yes.
That's what I'm rolling. This can't be a good idea.
It's a puzzle.
I'm gonna get to
Can we
this.
just-
Valeria has stepped out of the room and is hiding behind a wall next to it.
Okay.
Can we spend a minute and at least?
What's going on in there?
Oh yeah, War steps in the room.
Well,
You
no.
can climb in.
No.
Oh, where'd you want to
He's
be?
not
Oh,
going through all those
War.
traps.
No.
No.
Oh, he's not?
No,
He's just calling.
He's
You're right,
just
you're right.
literally yelling.
I yell down that Gloria is drunk and we're trying to get a jug off of a pedestal.
Oh,
No. Well,
pedestal?
no.
Tell me we had it.
This is work. It will work.
Can I check a book real quick? Is there anything notable about this vase that I would have seen before?
No, the book.
Library somewhere? Anything I can check
You
on?
haven't. I mean, you guys haven't done any kind of history on this thing yet. I think the only thing that was rolled was Valoria's Arcana, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead,
good with
go ahead.
history. Can I see?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll.
I'd rather that before we put our hands on it.
Go ahead and roll, for sure. This is just to figure out details of the jug. Your friend said it was magical. Its shape reminds you of something. You pull out a book and you pour through and you stop. And you slam a finger down right there. You found a match. You found you know what this is. You know what this thing is. It is a alchemy jug. If someone were to hold the jug, there are essentially an almost unlimited amount of liquids that they could call forth from it, and it would magically produce said liquid. It's an artifact. It's a rare magical item.
Before Valoria can do anything, Valtine picks it up.
Oh!
All right.
And the entire room explodes.
Valfine grabs it. You already had inspiration?
Yes.
Okay, I can't give it to you. If you've used it, I can't give it to you. Remember to use your inspiration, because moments like this is when I give it. Same with Asteria going up those stairs after a natural. It was like, it looked fine. So you grab the vase, and as you do, the world begins to rumble. The room shakes violently, immediately. I need everybody in the room, Iku, Brolin, Valoria, and Valfine, to make a dexterity saving throw. And if you don't do well, and you're up top, like two of our members, you're falling down.
Okay.
Into the
I
bones.
the word that they broke reality up here I'll check in again in a second.
Yeah, it just shakes, and War, you hear a rumbling come from behind you. Like the statue is shaking a little bit, but there's a vibration coming from the back.
He is like slapping his book closed and grabbing onto the boat to make sure it doesn't fall into the hole.
Okay, yeah, you grab onto the boat to make sure it doesn't go in the hole.
I'm gonna prepare my inspiration if I fail this.
You already used it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, didn't you use inspiration? Oh no, you didn't. You didn't. Oh yeah, go ahead and prepare to use. Yeah, you can use it. Thank you. I thought you were going to before. You're good. Go for it.
Oh.
Advantage. So you would have toggled advantage. So go ahead and roll again. You said you were using it, so you're spending inspiration. Check it off of your character sheet and roll one more dex save.
Okay. Hi, I'll take that 18.
Nice. That would be Brolin and Valfine. You take half damage. Alexandria, or no, sorry. I'm sorry. That's a history check I'm looking at. I've got the wrong rolls. So unfortunately, no, I apologize. Valfine, you don't make it. Alexandria, you don't make it. Brolin makes it. Iku needs to roll a dex save. So she'll just do this. Public. Normal. All right. Those who failed take this full amount of damage. And if you're at the top of the pillar, you fall. And when you fall, you take, and this is, so it's 11, it's only 5 points, it's 11 points of damage to Iku, so I'll apply this one at a time. 11 points of damage to Iku. Brolin, you take 5. I need to change the music up here, because this is definitely changing. No. Okay. So both Valoria and Valfine, you take 11, and then you fall 30 feet into the bones, and you take that much piercing. That's just from the fall. So that's a total amount of damage as the room shakes. Valfine, I need you to make. You have the jug in your hand. I need you to, and if everybody needs to turn down the music, you can with the master volume in your settings because it's pretty loud. I need you to make one additional check to save the jar because you have it in your hands and you stay conscious.
What kind of check? Yeah, I'm barely conscious.
It is. What kind of check do you think it is to save this thing?
Dexterity, I'm assuming.
I'll go with dexterity. Acrobatics.
Damn it.
I'll do acrobatics.
Okay.
Do you want public or private?
Public. It's not gonna be...
Can I say something really? Oh shit.
Okay. You are able to hold onto it. Just barely. It almost slips from your grasp and you fall. Unfortunately, I think one of us is unconscious, Valoria.
I'm not.
You're not. So what's happening right now, the damage you're taking that I didn't describe before, is the ceiling is beginning to collapse. Rocks are pieces of the chunked ceiling that looked pretty sturdy before are falling, and you see what looks like a red light coming through the cracks from above. The ceiling looks as though it's breaking from some magical means, and these are just chunks of stone falling down as the room rumbles. Valoria, what are you doing to help? You had false life or something, right? What did you have?
I did not have false life.
Yeah, reaction.
But I'm asking again, was the 11 the ceiling damage, or was
11 was the ceiling damage, so you could stop the... Does it have? What does Featherfall say for the falling?
No. I'm feather falling to avoid the falling damage, so I'm going to take the 11 because
you take the 11. Does Featherfall completely avoid?
It avoids fall damage. Yeah.
Okay, it does say that in the spell thing. Okay.
All right, here, let me link it for you.
Because I think it might have it. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So you could be conscious. A falling creature's rate descends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and lands on its feet. You are good. And yeah, this is a reactionary spell, so it's totally fine. You drift down. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
boy.
I'm gonna pop this up here. Make sure you're selected on your token and clicking the initiative button. That's the easiest way to up in the corner. It's the easiest way to get yourself on here.
As I land, I'm going to yell out, "Damn it, Valfine, we're even!"
Oh yeah. Okay. The room collapse. I'm probably gonna spell collapse wrong. C-A-L-L-A-P. Yeah, I did.
C-O-L-L. Yeah. Yeah.
Collapse. Cool.
Double consonants.
Okay. So I will just add that to it. Okay. And our thing will be Valfine. You move first. The ceiling is beginning to fall. It's going to continue to fall on its turn. So the ceiling is actively falling. What would you like to do? You've crashed into a pile of bones. You're prone. So to get up is going to be half movement. Valoria's not prone. She drifts to the bottom.
15 then is half.
You can get up and move 15, and you could use your cunning action to dash. Your movement action. You could get out of this room.
Let's do that. I'll move 15.
All right, so I'll remove your prone status. You get up for 15 feet, you move 15, and you want to dash to get out of the room?
Yeah, I want to dash right next to Asteria there.
Okay, yep, you can stand right next to Asteria. Now this area is going to get a little bit crowded. I'm just saying that as far as combat, you can't effectively end your turn in another character's space. So you guys got to figure out how you're doing this, because this ledge is small and with everyone rushing out, there's no way, and the temple's shaking even out here a little bit, there's no way you can stand on here. So climbing down might be a good idea if you can do it, because you need to make room for others. No one can get on this ledge as long as these two are here.
Next, so
I mean, you can get past your friends and climb down. That's true. You can pass through your friends. I'm just saying that you can't stop here.
Valfine is like limping. And
yeah,
she's near death clutching this thing. I don't know if Asteria. I mean, do you want to move instead? Maybe
that'll be
I'll
on
move
her
instead.
turn.
It also means that I'm next, anyways. So.
Yeah. So do you want to hold an action to do anything? It could literally be to help a friend climb down. It could be a lot of things. Because you only use your movement and your
hold on a second. Before we proceed. I completely fucking forgot. Featherfall is up to 5 other creatures.
Oh, did you give it to Valfine too?
I could have easily given that to Valfine.
Okay, Valfine, go ahead and take back that. Go give yourself 9 HP.
At 9, okay.
In the future, try your best to remember so we don't have to retcon it, and I'll appreciate you.
Nice, Kyle. Thank you.
Very cool. So yeah, you can retcon that damage, I think, because that's us learning our spells. I'll give you that one. Cool.
Well, I did post it, and you read it too.
I know, but it's not my responsibility to play your character. That's you. That's all you. All right. So, Valfine, you're not looking quite as bad. Did you want to hold here? Or did you want to move? You have. So you were here. You moved 15 feet.
And then dash 15 because it's still half, right?
So, no, you wouldn't be halved. The room itself is technically... So the ground itself is difficult terrain, I forgot to say. So you would have only moved... You would have only moved about 5. So you'd have been there, and then 15. And then you would have had to cunning action to get out. The ground is covered in bones. It's difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'll spend everything.
Full action and you're out. You still have movement though left. You can if you went here for 5, here for 15, then you can go here no problem. You have 25 feet of movement left if you want to try to climb down and out of here.
Is that disc still there?
The disc is still there? Oh no, it's not?
No, I used it to get up the pillar.
As a concentration? Oh yeah, you have fly. Or the thing. Oh yeah, you used it to get up the pillar, that's right. How did you get it?
Ritual.
Oh, you re-ritualed it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's up near you.
I'm gonna cunning action then, yeah, and use.
Okay, is Featherfall concentration?
No, it's the minute we touch the floor, the spell's over.
So this is under you, essentially. But I mean, no, it's at the top. It would float at the top. It'd have to come
It's
down.
probably
to
making its way down though.
It's probably making its way down to follow the warrior. Okay, we don't have to worry about the thing.
Yeah.
Thank God it follows you. Okay, so Valfine, you have movement left. You can use an action to climb down.
Climb down only.
You don't have a climbing speed, do you?
No.
You would have to use an action to climb.
I'm gonna hold on this side of the door for now.
Hold. Okay, cool. And you don't use the rest of your movement.
If anyone wants to climb down, I'll help give them advantage.
You cannot. It took you your movement, your dash, and your cunning action to get out of the room.
Okay.
It took a whole three.
Okay. I can't go anywhere. I'm staying here.
Yeah. You could climb down, but if you want to stay, you can. Asteria, it's your turn.
I grab the vase from Valpine so she doesn't have to carry it through the thing, and I activate my fly, and I fly out of this
Oh
place.
my! Oh, you use it? You use your one? Okay.
No.
Okay. He does
He
it.
kind of
He does
reaches
it.
for the vase as you grab at it.
Oh, is it a contest to get it from you? Is it? Is
I'm
it a
gonna give it
contest?
back. I just don't want it to get
Well,
crushed.
in the moment, there's no time to explain. I mean, it's very quickly there. You could like quickly speak, but Valfine, how do you feel? Are you contesting the jug?
Reluctantly, I'll let it go for now.
Okay. Reluctantly, it goes to Asteria, and Asteria will use her charm spell of Ubtao, and you can soar out of here, Asteria. You move out of there, no problem. It is a. All right, and you have the jug in hand. How far are you off the ground? Just about as I imagine 10 feet. Wait, no, probably 20 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I just went level out.
Level out. Yep. So yeah, you're about 20 feet off the ground. That's important. So I need to put a marker for 2, so I know that you are 20 feet off of the ground. Okay, the room continues to collapse. I need Iku, Valoria, and Brolin to make those saving throws again. It is dexterity.
Can I use acrobatics?
So I didn't get to go in there, but I'm gonna start
you're
pulling.
At 3.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yep, you're at 3.
Oh, okay.
All good. So no, it's a dexterity saving throw. So this is the room continuing to collapse on its turn.
Yeah, I didn't realize the room was on initiative. I thought it was all the way
Alright.
around.
This game wants to kill me.
You both fail, and you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, as the room continues to collapse. Valoria, what are you doing?
Sprinting like bloody hell. So that's 5, 10. Is this
5,
difficult
10.
terrain?
15, 20 it is. The whole room is considered difficult terrain. I would say, yeah, it is, because that's what I did to Valfine. So that's 30.
Okay.
And
so
then you
then
can
I'm gonna
dash.
rush through here. So that's
All right.
another 5.
Do you want to climb down? Or
Yeah.
find another way down? All right, I do need the check still, unless you are using Tensor's disc.
No, it can't follow me
It
that
can't follow
aggressively.
you. Okay, so you climbing, or do you stay?
I'll climb down.
Okay, make a check for me, so that you do not trip and trigger a trap, please, Valoria, please.
La 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 la.
Come on, Valoria.
Where's climb? Oh, athletics, right?
Yeah, athletics. It's just a straight climb, please. Okay. All right, you fall. Make a dexterity saving throw, not to step on the wrong one.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh my god.
No!
Oh God! All right, you step onto the wrong tile. You see the flames light around you. Valfine, you look down. There's nothing you can do, as that area explodes in a blast of flame. So you get to make a dex save against the flame. This dex check so it's 3 checks. 1 to climb, which you
Inspiration?
failed and fell. You could inspiration
What's inspiration do for me here?
Oh,
Advantage.
to a dex save to have the damage of the explosion.
Wow, would have preferred to do that on the climb, but
I mean, you have to tell me when you're using it.
I forget I had it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's what I was
It's okay.
trying to remember.
So apparently, I just don't get to have my life, since this is just how it goes.
Oh man.
All right. Let me just figure out what this is. Dice still have to be rolled.
Oh please! It rolls more than 3 dice, right? I'm down.
You're down.
I
I
have
want to
3
make sure
HP.
you're not dead.
Oh yeah.
If it does more than 23 HP. Oh man. Okay,
Come
I'm
on.
making a DM decision right now, and I'm allowed to do this. I'm allowed to take the average. 22 points of damage. Does not kill you.
Oh boy.
Make a jug on my next turn so I can go back and get.
Okay, you fall unconscious from the explosion, and you are almost murdered by it.
Did
What's up,
Iku roll initiative? Where is she on the turn?
Shit. Let me just give it real quick. She would have gone already. I'm gonna have her go right now.
I have a
Alright.
feeling we're gonna need her help.
Yeah, Gloria, you are down but not dead. That's a rule. I'm allowed to do it. Fuck you, internet. Alright.
Where
I
was
don't
this compassion? Where was this compassion with Riak?
Well, Riak's
Am I-
average was twice your health.
Average was still death. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Is the average
That's
was
the
still a
problem.
death.
It hits so hard. Yeah.
It hit so hard you were dead no matter what. So I will choose the average for that, and I'm allowed to make that happen. It's my choice. You can beg me for it, but I won't give it to you. All right, 10, unless I want to. 10, 20, 5. She's climbing down because her friend is very hurt. And Iku's a good climber. Let me see here. Let me just take a quick look real quick and confirm that she's a good climber. She'll bless herself and everybody else she can see. All right, that would be
Jesus
all 3 of you. Well, how
Oh,
many?
she's
3. Iku, Brolin, and she'll
Sure.
bless the only other conscious friend of hers as her action.
that
Um,
one.
As her is it an action? So she wouldn't
It
be able to
is.
move out of the room. Fuck her. Iku. Whatever. I move forward and climb down expertly. No, I don't think she would. She knows if she fucks it up, she'll kill you.
Oh no!
She asks for, you know what? She looks to Valfing and she says, I need your help. I need you to help me climb down. And she's going to hold her action to climb down until you help her get out. Or no, she can't. It's her movement. She's just holding. She needs to climb down. She wants to be safer about this. She's already spent her action and her movement. She's done. So it would be Brolin's turn.
Can the giant spider get out of that door?
Yeah.
Okay, Brolin's gonna do his bonus action, combat wild shape, and turn into a giant spider with full HP.
Okay, full HP giant spider. Go ahead and throw your spider down where your Brolin is, and I'll turn Brolin into an invisible boy.
Oh no, the darkness!
So he'll go right here. No, one forward because of where he is. You can fill whatever space you want. You might want to be forward. And then do you want to move? That was your bonus action, yes?
Yep. I'm gonna move 30 feet into here.
Okay.
Well, wait, 1 second. 1 second. Let
Yes.
me, because I wanna see the ruler. So I can move up to here.
Yep. No. You use your furthest square, Dustin. So 30.
30.
30's right here. Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
you're using your farthest away square. You can use your closest. You're moving forward.
Yeah, I'm moving forward, getting out of here.
You
Crawl
crawl
on
on
the
the
ceiling.
ceiling. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead and move right up to here. Oh, you're moving crazy places. Here. Here, let me help you.
Is
Here.
that not?
No, you're moving. You moved to a weird spot. You ought to be here, don't you?
I want to try to help.
Oh, there's webs all over this thing.
Oh yeah.
You can't fall into it.
You can't fall into it.
You can't
Valoria's
fall
fine.
into it.
Valoria's fine, but she's stuck in webs. so you're trapped in webs. What's the?
I
DC
forgot about the
on that?
hammock.
What's the DC on that?
We didn't destroy it.
No.
Right.
You didn't.
Yay!
That's a red card.
Oh,
You're
shit.
alive. You're stuck in webs, so I'm gonna put a little web symbol on you. What's the DC to get out of your webs?
I don't
It's
know.
on your character sheet.
Oh, webs, yeah.
It's on his
Let me
sheet.
look at, let me look at
She's stuck in them.
So clutch.
She's gonna
Save
break a
herself.
DC 12 strength check.
It's a DC 12 strength check to get out of the webs, but you are in the webs. This whole thing is webs. Valoria's fine. We're still moving. That would have been the end of Valoria's turn anyway. Okay, Brolin, you move 30 feet.
I'm gonna pull her out of the webs because it's
You want to use your action to pull her out of the webs?
Yeah, and also here's the thing.
Yeah.
I ignore movement restrictions caused by webbing.
She's still trapped in your webbing. It wouldn't be still your strength check to get her out. Like, she's still trapped just because you're here. Well, you know what? No, fuck it. You're a spider. You can get this shit out. You ravel her up in spider web, and you grab her. Yeah, she's in a little cocoon.
Just little spider poop. she
Something you
was
can pull
underneath
apart.
it, so it's just she was peeking out.
I would say you're still technically webbed then, so I'm keeping that web on you. It's a DC 12 to break out of it. You're restrained. So you have him, and you can continue your movement up to here. with her.
Yeah.
All right, War, what would you like to do?
So, I don't know how much of this I can get done, but I'd like to reach into my bag, grab the 50-foot of rope that I have, and try to...
That's fine. That's a movement action. Yeah.
And then I want to
Part movement.
like throw it across as far out across the traps as I can, and then if I still have any kind of thing, I was gonna hold my action, and then if somebody grabs it, I am literally going to yank them.
Okay, it's your action to throw it for sure.
And
Unfortunately,
I don't know if it'll
ready
get 50 feet or anything, but
make a strength throw. I mean, make a strength check. Let's
Okay.
toss this sucker.
yeah.
Let's see where he gets. There could be a rope going all the way to the top of this thing. You could just like fucking saucer it. Yeah, imagine you're at the
strength
edge
check,
here.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. There we go.
All right, you are able to get it across the your bridge. Like it gets to the other side, and it lands like where the blades are. So if someone were to fuck up the
Okay.
blades walking across it, you could try to yank them.
Yeah.
You won't be able to hold your action for that this turn. Though.
That's fine.
You can do that next round. Cool.
Yep.
Valthine, what would you like to do?
Valfine, yeah, get out of there, Valfine.
The room is
so-
not currently collapsing on you. You're safe where you are. You believe the room, the temple's shaking. You don't know if maybe it will change.
Yeah, I think it's gonna change.
So Asteria already grabbed the vase, so I don't need a dex saving throw to save the thing.
Yep.
Can I acrobatics jump over to the
Yes.
ledge that
That's
Roll
something you
in.
can do. That's something you
I'm
can
going to
do.
that?
You can jump down here, and your jump will determine, because you are high up, where are you trying to land?
Just
There's
on
not
the
a lot of space.
safest.
On the safest space, it's going to be quite the roll. So you can do it. Yeah, you can try to make it. If you trust in that more, you can.
Well, if I fall, I hit the web anyway. So
Yep, you hit the web, so you're trying to jump. But I mean, if you clear it on accident, you're gonna fall into this.
Yeah.
Area.
Blade trap area.
So it depends on your roll. You could go far, take falling damage, hit maybe that one that your nail popped out of, and get bladed.
I gotta take a chance.
Okay, take the chance. Make the roll.
Public.
Yeah, public's fine. No reason to secret it. No one else is gonna try to get that. Nice.
too
Where
bad.
did you want to land? Right on
I'm
the
gonna
edge.
land next to Valoria, where Brolin is kind of safely.
Oh, you wait. So you want to get down? You want to get in this square or this square? This square seems more reliable. If you want to be on that edge.
Yeah, right on the edge where I'm.
Cool.
not gonna
Right out of the
fall all
webs.
way up.
Go ahead and land right there.
Parkour.
Parkour. When you look behind you, Iku isn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you'd like. What's your passive, actually? 16? No, you do spotter. You're the only one, too, because no one else needs to make an active one because they're not looking for it. You see a winged snake creature soar its way out over the ceiling.
Such a useful power.
Yeah. And it is Asteria's turn. I'm going to put her here in... and she'll just sort of appear, like here, from as far as you guys know. No one has enough attention to be paid well how Iku got out of here, but she'll go pretty far and land on the steps.
I look up at the statue just to see what it's doing.
The statue is rumbling a little bit. It's not like nothing else is going on with the statue itself. You see that the temple itself is still rumbling. Did you want to make some sort of check, or did you were you just looking?
I just want to make sure that the statue wasn't becoming a giant.
Oh no, doesn't look like it's getting up or doing anything. Absolutely not. Did you want to do anything else? You see your friends climbing out. They look like they're starting to make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this jug safe, and I can't remember how long fly lasts.
It lasts for an hour. What is your so you're flying right now. What is your passive perception?
10?
All right, 10 is pretty good. Very nice.
10 is completely average.
Yep. It's not bad. I wouldn't call it bad. Very cool. The room continues to collapse to a point where Valthine, you see just the stone come down and seal that room up almost completely behind you, and the temple begins to settle. Valoria, what would you like to do?
She's in the web.
You're in the web, so you're just holding. Yeah, you're just staying still. Brolin, you're continuing out.
Yeah, Brolin, get the hell out of here.
All right. As you pass by, the rumbling does. Oh wait, yeah. War, you were unable to because you had to throw your rope across for just in case. The unfortunately, an unfortunate roll was made on my end, and
the boat fell in.
The boat fell in. The boat
There
fell
it
in with the
is.
last rumble.
I let go of it for 1 fucking second.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to get Alexandria out.
Alexandria out of the webbing. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
make a strength check.
Okay.
You gotta beat your 12.
Go giant spider.
Get a strength check. You rip it. You free her. So, yeah, we can go ahead and click off that. So she's no longer tied up. You are unceremoniously ripped out of this cocoon.
I immediately crawl away from the temple in a panic.
And it is War's turn. Did you want to ready your action with a rope?
Yeah, so readying the action with the rope. I don't know if so since I know like the blade trap is the thing, like trying to probably try to yank her across.
If it happens.
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds great. That would give her advantage on the check if she made it. So Valthine, you're still up here. What do you do to get down? It's your turn.
Can I use my movement?
You can use basically it's gonna be your action to get down. No matter what you're doing, it's gonna be your action to get down unless you have a climbing speed. So it is. So you can jump down again like you did before, and then you can use your movement to continue and try to use like War's rope or try to. Like, you might want to make a jump across here. It's up to you what you want to do. You get one jump. Actually, your dash... No, your dash wouldn't give you another jump. Go ahead. Or not. I'm sorry. I meant your... I apologize. I was talking about your cutting action.
Yeah, cutting action is only...
It won't give you a jump.
Dashing and disengaging and hiding. So I'd have to jump to avoid a climb check.
Yeah, it's either a jump check or a climb check. It's got to be something to get down.
Wait, my web.
Movement after that.
What are you talking? No, he's not in your web.
No, but he can use the web.
How?
Guys, there's something else coming. The floating disc.
It didn't get
What if
crushed.
it is chasing?
It's chasing me.
So you slowly see from behind you this disc. Do you jump on?
Yes, yes.
You jump on, and it's slow. How far does it moving around? How far does it moving around?
It can keep pace with me if I'm more than 20 feet away, so I guess 20 feet around.
20 feet around, yeah, it would just make it there, so it would be here, and then we would move another 20 feet. So, right out there, War, you held an action. I'll let you grab her if you want. Normally, it has to be what you held, but in this situation, if you want to just take her off the disc, you could.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Let's
you
do
can
that.
put her right next to you.
Yeah.
Cool. And the disc continues to float towards. Well, that was its round. That was its round, which is there. Cool. And that would be
Isn't it
on
down in
on subsequent turns.
So it's down in the pit now, right?
Um,
Because the boat's not
yeah.
there to keep it up.
yeah, it goes right down to the pit, and you're able to use your reaction essentially with the rope.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think out there
Yeah.
to get her up, and the tensor's disc just floats to the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have made it out of the temple back into, and I can shut off this intense music. You guys are out of there.
I'm gonna turn back into Brolin.
All right. You is this like immediate once you get there?
Yeah, once I rip her out, he kind of skitters over and falls away from turns into bark and dust, and Brolin's just
And
laying
he's-
on the ground.
Nice.
Brolin's it's like,
He's
oh
laying
god.
on the ground. Excellent.
Uh,
So let me get the regular music up.
So-
For this place. One
Well,
sec.
I can still fly. I hand the vase back to Valphine because I told her I would give it back.
Okay, so you come down to ground level.
Yeah. But don't touch the ground.
Oh, but you don't touch the ground, so you're just hovering over. So, but you
And
still have
I
your floor.
go
One sec.
down into the pit with the canoe and tie some ropes to it in a few different spots and
Okay.
give the ropes to War.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna try to pull out the. So it wasn't the.
It wasn't our
the
canoe. It was a different
It
boat.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't your guys' canoe. It was a different boat.
Oh, it was a different boat. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah,
There were
okay,
two.
so you
There were
want-
two that
you
are.
want Brolin back. Don't move him, please.
he's in the pen of shame.
All right, so Brolin's back. You put him there. Cool. Delete him for me. Click and delete, please.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just want him off the field. So click him and then hit delete. Thank
I
you.
go. Oh god. What? Oh, it better been worth it. What did you guys get?
All right. You look at what you got. You see. So who has the jar right now?
I give it back to Valphine because I said I would.
Valphine, you have the jar. Do you hold it up to show everybody?
It's a jar.
Do you hold it out for people to see? For your friends to see?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess so. She's not putting it on display. She's kind of
Yeah.
just hanging out. too.
Valvine,
You
that better
hold
be
it up.
solid gold.
You
Yeah.
hold it up. It just looks like a pot. It's that ceramic pot, and you hold it up. It's got these beautiful painted motifs. It looks brand new, sparkling clean. And then you all hear a voice. Ooh-ka-pa! And popping out of the brush comes the weirdest looking thing you've ever seen. Well, not the weirdest, but not what you expected. A masked creature of short height. Let me give you a look at what this creature looks like. And I'm going to show it to you in a form that it's not currently in. Just imagine it's only the one on the bottom. And he says, Kupita! And you hear the same echo, Kupita! And pouring out of the sides of the bushes, out of the tents, they pop up. You see a host of goblins. And they are covered in these masks. And I'm going to show you just how many they are. They have these tribal masks. They hold these spears, and the ones popping out of the tents are stacked on top of each other, and they look taller. And I'm going to just move them out here. Actually, I'll just reveal them on top of their tents. And select.
Do these things look
And-
familiar
Oh,
from
these
the
are,
previous temple?
From the previous temple. What? Oh, from what
There's
did you guys see?
there's
the
that little
temple?
shadow mask dude.
No,
not that.
not them. These are masks. You can see the way they're built. Look around them, and you can see their gnashing teeth and yellow eyes behind the signs. This one here wears a huge adorned headdress, and he points at the jar and rattles, and they all kind of like rattle their spears together. Ooh, pee, ta, ooh, pee, ta, and they start to move in towards you. All of them pointing at the jar, their spears pointed at you.
God.
Your fledgling Axebeak is backing up. We will pick up next episode. As you are surrounded by goblins. Unfortunately, they group check stealth past both War and the Axebeak. Nobody saw them as they approached, and they were waiting.
Oh no.
This isn't a random encounter. This is written in the adventure.
Oh boy.
And it's 2 for each player, just so you guys don't get mad at
I
me.
Fall on my sword.
I'm out of everything.
I know. I was like so bummed. I was like, he's leaving his form. You might have to give up the jar. They want the jar. This is the game. This is as written. So you do what you please, my friend.
Heals, everything else I can go.
You may do as you please. You have a fledgling
With my history check, do I know exactly what the jar is?
You know exactly what the jar is. It is a magical jar. You know that it's a jar of alchemy, and you just whisper into it, and it will create a liquid. Beer. Okay. Any liquid that doesn't, like, I think people have tried to make lava, and I think Matt Mercer was like, no lava. You can't make a damage out of it. Like, you can do most.
You can make
liquids.
mayonnaise, though.
You can do
literally
oil.
Literally in the description, you can make 2 gallons of mayonnaise a day.
Yeah.
Oil or
Just always know there is a passive way out of this, and also note we haven't rolled your night encounter yet, so you can still get another encounter.
Fuck.
After this. So sometimes, maybe, I mean, you could go after him later and like search for it after you've had a rest. Like, you don't know where they're at. You could try, like, there's a lot of options here other than fighting. I want to encourage not fighting.
Stop Asteria this time, round the next adventure, though.
Yeah. I want to encourage not fighting, but you may do whatever you please. The odds are
Ever in our favor?
Ever in, well, I mean, it wouldn't.
Nope.
I don't know what you guys have left. You guys could maybe, depending on actions, completely depending on rolls. I think it's not exactly in your favor. So up to you guys what you want to do. You get a whole week or a little while, because I got to put up new for the next month for what we're doing for June games, and we'll figure out what days we can play. Maybe we can get another 3. We don't know. But good session, my friends. Good session.